The game is the topic.
The game is not who's wearing the dress.
Right.
Yeah, we settled that already.
Okay.
We already settled that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what were we doing then? Was it going to be the dress on top of the suit?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
That's all up to Dave here. Just
I feel like at that point you do like the wedding bod where you work out really hard so you can like flex out of the dress into a full suit.
Now that's a look.
Yeah.
But how do you flex out of the dress without flexing out of the suit?
Well, the dress would be like over the suit, so it would be tighter. It's a very fine line.
If I'm bursting out of the dress to be in the suit, I'm just bursting out of everything. We're just going. Everything just bursts off, and then there I am in a banana hammock.
You're just hulking out at that point.
Yes, exactly.
It just looks like you like ran forward and just ate a married couple and left their clothes on the floor.
Just full on Hulk Hogan.
Oh, but hopefully a little bit less racist.
You know what? If I'm doing this, I can't guarantee anything.
It's not racist. It's just a matter of who you end up eating at the wedding altar.
Right, exactly.
All right, guys, it is time to party. It has been a long road, and what is a beginning of a RPG without some fun scheduling last-minute snafus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, again, a minute late and everything stressing me out as I feel like half my hair fell out today, but we now begin. And this is the world of Terra, the continent of Madara. The western coast was, for a long time, a land of hope and plenty. There was tension, but never outright war between the four kingdoms that ruled, growing from the demise of Einferus. Eindarid, a military powerhouse that descended from Pharisian blood. Grishalis, a land of faith, duty-bound to the teachings of Aspection. Vreeland, a land of opportunity where anyone with coin and determination could eventually make themselves a lord. And Vicania, a land of art and hospitality that was synonymous with paradise the world over. But it was nearly a generation ago when the Reclarian Empire's invasion was bearing down on those kingdoms just as they felt that they had peace and even sanity and prosper. And while the Empire's invasion was properly kicking off, one morning, the sun just didn't rise. And for the better part of that year, the sky held no sun during the day and no stars at night. There was just an overbearing darkness. And in that darkness came the Umbraei, the strange, inexplicable beings that brought death and misery to the entirety of Madara's western coast. Villages were lost by the hundreds, cities overpopulated as survivors sought safety behind their walls, and fighting back was, for almost everyone, nothing more than a fantasy to dream of when you were able to sleep. But then came a morning when the unbelievable happened and the sun rose over the peaks, valleys, and once prosperous land. The Umbraei retreated back to the nothingness from whence they came, and it was better, though the nights still brought fear. And now, 18 years after a period of intense loss and attempted healing, Western Madara once more is a land of hope, though now that hope sits in darkness in the shadow of the Black Sun. The constant threat of the Umbraei, always just out of sight, waiting until nightfall to pounce on the weak, unsuspecting, or alone. But this story is much smaller than that of the Black Sun. This takes us to the farming town of Lesce, which has quickly grown after a massive storm destroyed most of the coastal travel. It has become a way station, a land that anyone going from north to south must stop in to find safety in the westernmost reaches of the Sabine Highlands. And it is here, in this town, just north of it really, that a small caravan is making its final push to Lesce. Hope on everyone's mind in the waning hours just before nightfall. And the first thing that comes about is this quiet moment where everything is silent, everything is unsuspecting, and no one really knows what to expect in any of these twists and turns. A wayfinder doing their job means a boring trip. But there is this ear-piercing scream that comes about as one of the small children in the caravan notices a large building in the distance, a presumed inspection church. And as they do, hope and relief filter through that caravan. And the next little while, not but excitement, not but hope, as it has always been. A few quick moments later, everyone gathering their things, and into the town they arrive. At the center of Lesce, where things are bustling in the waning hours of the day, a gentleman disembarks from the wagon that he was part of, and Idarsh, if you could please describe your character.
Yeah, so you see a large man, brown skin, large, not strong, but fat, and he is well put together, wearing something approaching nobleman's clothes. Nothing, too conspicuous, but well put together, clean, well groomed, and he is kind of off to the side from everyone, trying not to interact with anyone too much. He's a bit of a introvert, let's say, but he is sizing everyone up as we get down, and as the children that we see are when their mother turns away, you might notice a few little fireflies or pretty lights just sort of zooming around the children, entertaining them, but only when nobody else is looking. And who can say where those pretty lights might be coming from, but yeah, for all intents and purposes, Rohan, the large Indian looking man, is off on his own from everyone else, sort of separate.
There was a call from one of the gentlemen that we're only going to be sitting about a day, maybe two if we can get some supplies, but in all hope we'll be leaving in the morning, so get yourselves prepared and ready to go. Don't be disembarking too long, and if you're staying at the Cattail, make sure it's quick. With that, the people of the town begin to disembark proper, or the people of the caravan begin to disembark proper into the town and move around and find themselves some entertainment for the evening. Most will probably end up staying just at the edge of town with the caravan, but some wishing to spend money or having the comforts of a bed will probably end up in the Jolly Cattail. What is it that you will be doing, first and foremost?
I'm definitely staying near the edge of town with the caravan. I don't want to wander too far. I am very much in the style of the real world. I'm not here to make friends. So, I'm trying to just sort of keep an eye on things. And if I'm not mistaken, there's somebody on the caravan who I've been making conversation with. Do I have any idea what Cassie is up to?
As soon as the caravan reached the edge of town, she grabbed her very small pack and disappeared towards the Jolly Cattail.
I think I will go after her, but at a distance, just trying to sort of keep an eye on her, see if there might be an opportunity to strike up a conversation and maybe partake in some of the wares that she has in that pack of hers. See if I can separate some of those from her. But yeah, just at a distance, just trying to keep an eye on what she's up to.
She very quickly makes her way into the, I'm not going to say rushing it by any means, but she is at a very brisk walk towards the Jolly Cattail, and you eventually catch up where a woman just kind of gives you this little half nod and just, you're all part of another caravan that's coming in then.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, just here for the night.
Wasn't expecting another one quite so soon. Lost one a couple days ago, getting more and more popular.
Yeah, it seems like a buzzing town. What kind of people do you get here usually?
Oh, all kinds, and she just kind of motions over at a couple of people that are just kind of sitting around at the various tables of the... To say it's a tavern would be generous. It is very obvious that the Jolly Cattail is a large house that then was expanded upon, and then expanded upon, and then expanded upon. And what you arrive in is more of a large rebuilt living room that has a number of tables sitting at it and a makeshift bar.
Yeah, I'll take a seat at the bar and just sort of keep an eye out for anything interesting that's happening. If there's anyone I can, anyone who seems maybe wealthy as I appear, or anyone who seems like they might be looking for some entertainment, maybe a game.
And as you're kind of scanning for a seat at the bar, there's someone sitting nearby that kind of eyeing you a little bit, and Dave, if you would please describe yourself, your character.
Okay. I am totally drawing a blank on how to describe myself. Give me a second here. Slightly older gentleman. Well, by this time frame, we're talking about late 30s. A little bit of gray in the hair. Dark brown hair otherwise. A little bit of a beard. Well kept, but starting to look a little scruffy. At the bar, and most of the way through, a mug of ale. Kind of sitting there, eyeing the room, seeing who's coming in with the caravan.
Yeah, I'll definitely go and take a seat next to this person that I've just whose eyes I've caught. Hi, how's it going?
It's been better. Are you in with the new caravan that just came into town?
Yep, that's correct. I'm just staying here for the night.
For the night. Where's the caravan going come morning?
Do I actually know where we're going?
The next goal, the next goal was going to be Alasir.
Okay.
That's where most of the people are disembarking.
Yeah. We're headed to Alasir from here.
I see, I see. Business or pleasure?
A little of each, let's say. Would you like some pleasure? And then I pull out some dice, just sort of flash them at him. Care for a game?
What are we talking here, stakes-wise?
Oh, what's your pleasure? Would you, are you a gambling man?
Well, I mean, if you're going to dice, you might as well have something at stake.
Absolutely. Well, whatever you have in your pocket is good with me.
Whatever I have in my pocket.
Absolutely.
What if I have nothing?
Well, then, doesn't sound like you're much of a gambling man. Or maybe too much of a gambling man.
No, we can work on something here.
Okay.
Give it a shot. We'll work it out.
All right. Yeah. My game of choice is Delamente, if you'd like to play. Absolutely.
Certainly.
The rules are simple. You have to roll doubles, and we each roll 3 dice. You roll doubles, and then the third dice is your score. If one of us rolls doubles and the other one doesn't, then the person who rolls doubles wins, and otherwise the highest score wins. And a 4, 5, 6 is an automatic win. Sound fair?
Indeed, that does.
All right. I pull out 6 dice and hand you 3, and myself 3. And whenever you're ready, we can roll.
All right. Well, it's your game, so why don't you roll first? It's your dice.
All right. I go ahead and roll, and let's see what comes up here.
Roll me 3d6 for the first roll of the campaign.
Oh, wait. I have to do separately.
No, it shows up. You can click on it to expand it. A 3, a 1, and a 4.
Okay. So, nothing yet.
And then the roll goes to the gentleman sitting next to you.
Oh, I did that wrong.
The gentleman who typos the first roll of the campaign, the second roll of the campaign.
What is the what's
/R space 3d6
/R?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
R3d6 is a min-maxing subreddit.
Yes, it is.
And that is a wash on both ends with a 5, a 2, and a 4.
Okay.
An
No
even
doubles.
draw.
Care to roll again?
Of course.
All right. Let's try one more time here. All right. Looks like I have a double there. So I have a score of 5 here. So let's see if you can also get some doubles here.
And with no doubles for the older gentleman, the dice fall as they do, and the man with the dice claims victory.
All right.
So that was just a gentleman's bet, right? I'm kidding.
Was it?
No. You I hand the man 5 silver.
Perfect. Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you. And you know where to find me if you would like to go double or nothing here.
Of course. By the way, my name's Garrett, and yours?
My name is my name is Rohan.
I see. Well, it was good meeting you. If you care to have a drink while you're here, I will be here for the rest of the night and the morning and probably the next day.
Okay. I'll definitely come and find you if I'd like that drink.
Of course. One last question. You said you're heading off to Alisir, correct?
Correct.
Is there any more room in the caravan that you know of?
Well, you'd probably have to take that up with the man who runs the caravan here. But I'm sure that accommodations could be made if you needed to join.
I see. Who's wayfinding the caravan? Who's running it?
Is that Elric? Is that correct? Sorry, that's Marcus, correct?
Yep.
That would be Marcus. Yeah, if you'd like to find him.
Would I know Marcus from my mysterious past?
Give me a for skill roll of the game. Give me a One second, sorry. My thing got really mad for a second and froze up. Give me a charisma no.
Okay, charisma no, and that is D6 again?
No, you'll just click on where it says no on your character sheet,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and then change the attribute to charisma.
Oh.
Well, you get to roll again
I
then.
did it wrong. Yay. Charisma. It's a 9.
You've heard the name. Like,
Heard the name.
there are many wayfinders out there, but you've heard the name. Like, he's
I've heard of him.
reliable, older gentleman.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I'll see if I can find Marcus and arrange something.
Perfect. Well, I hope to see you on the caravan. I'm sure we can have another game then.
Indeed, I will be coming for you this time, though.
I look forward to it.
I'll raise my mug of ale to him and toss it back, finishing off.
I give him a nod and I see if I can find Cassie. Maybe she wants to play the next game.
She is currently over at, like, there's a small area over in the corner where there's like it looks like someone originally had a desk and it's kind of been converted into the here's our rooms desk where they're kind of handling it, and there's an older man sitting behind it and she's leaning over it looking a little stressed.
I'll walk over and ask if everything's okay.
Like, just look. And she just kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, and then they don't have anything with the extra beds and the extra. She just kind of like starts rubbing at her temples. They don't have any large beds, no king's beds, no lord's beds. It's just small ones. They said they could run two together, but then there's a crease in the middle. And it's just not nearly as comfortable. I just need a good night's sleep so I can think clearly tomorrow. I just want. Maybe you could talk some sense into them that they can find something for me. Maybe I can find someone who'll rent out the room in the town for me for the night. I need a rest. I need a good night's rest so I can see straight. I'm just, it's so much. And she just gives you a smile. Please.
I think this puts me a little bit on my back feet because I know when I'm being manipulated, but I'm still gonna play along. I'll turn to the person at the desk and say, well, come on. The lady is so stressed. Is there really nothing that can be done? I'm sure there must be a nice bed that she can maybe have for the night.
My sir, our beds are very comfortable, but we don't have anything nearly in the categories of size that she's looking for. Would you like me to conjure one up from thin air with my impressive arcane powers, or would you like me to find something that is lordly here in Lushka? And she just immediately cuts him off. Yes, of course, that's what I want, something lordly. And she like puts her arms around you and like almost starts like shaking you a little bit in excitement. Surely you can find it. And he just and he like looks to you now, no longer paying her any mind. My son. They are comfortable. I can provide additional pillows of the feathered variety at a slight cost increase, but there are no large beds. We do not have that sort of clientele that comes through here, and we can still fit. Normally when and at this point he gives her like almost this like glazed over look, more privileged class come through. They stay in their personal wagons for the night. Perhaps you'll be better off doing that, young miss. And And she, like, rolls her eyes and then kind of shakes at your arm a little bit more.
I think I'll turn to Cassie and say, are you sure you wouldn't be able to find yourself comfortable in one of the beds that this fine establishment can offer you?
Give me a charisma convince.
Okay. How do I do that again? Let me find...
Just click on convince. Make sure the drop-down says charisma.
Perfect. Let me find... Okay, no, sorry. I have no idea. Where am I looking?
On your character sheet.
Yes, okay. And then... roll convince. Okay.
She just kind of, yeah, she stretches her arms out and kind of pouts for a second. Okay, fine. It's better than nothing. And she begins, like, fiddling for a coin purse. And as she does, you just start seeing copper coins just kind of falling out of her pockets. She just, oh, fucking bollocks. And she kind of gets down and starts picking it up. And she just kind of like, I can cover your room for the night if you like. You've been so helpful. And she gives you a smile.
I mean, I definitely would never say no to the kindness of a friend.
She smiles. 2 rooms, next to each other, if they could be. The older man just looks to you and then gives this big sigh and... As you wish, miss. We'll have them ready shortly. Come back in about 20 minutes or so, we'll have your keys.
Perfect. I just sort of lightly lead her back towards the bar. Hopefully leave this man alone. I don't think we should anger him.
And she just kind of like at this point points over at the older gentleman. Who are you stealing from? And just smiles.
I'll take her over and introduce her to Garrett.
And,
hi, Garrett. This is Cassie. I feel like you may have a lot in common. This is another member of the caravan. If you'd like to make each other's acquaintance.
Hi. Good evening. Perhaps a mug of ale or wine or, well, water.
She shakes your hand first, holding her hand out, waiting to shake yours, and then, oh, please, this is a momentous day. I get to sleep in a bed. That's incredible. That is the best thing that has happened to me today. And she begins, she's got very, long, kind of silky brown hair. For someone on the road, it's kind of ridiculous how clean she is and how just put together. She definitely comes off as more lordly and high-end than most you would encounter that are not staying in their own personal wagon. And she just begins twirling a little bit and, please, around for the bar, for everyone here at the bar. She guys slaps her hand down and goes, ow, that hurt. I think I got a splinter. And some ears perk up at that, and a couple other people just hold their hands up for one, and she puts some coin down, and I trust you to get the change. And turns back to you, Garrett, and you kind of look like my dad.
Well, if your dad is half as handsome as I am, I take that as a compliment.
Oh. And she just kind of gives a smile, and have you ever you do the what do you do exactly?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I've done some wayfinding. I was a scout for the 4th Brigade at one point. Make my way around. Currently trying to get to Artaviste, to my wife.
She kind of raises an eyebrow at that, and then leans back towards Rohan and kind of in what she probably thinks is a whisper, but to anyone else within 5 feet, it isn't. She just, I heard one time that I'm supposed to be looking for my father, but it didn't make any sense, and now maybe this is it.
Yeah, maybe it is. I think I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I think Rowan is just like, this woman is a lot. I feel like I don't want to be giving her advice or anything really, because she definitely feels like somebody who will, at a moment's notice, decide that I have like indebted myself to her or something, or that like, I don't know, like I owe her something. And I think he's just very much like, you know, I think like trying to be pleasant and maintain like enough of an affable nature that like she'll continue playing for my room and like giving me drinks and stuff, but otherwise just like completely like party neutral, just like, yeah, maybe this is it. Maybe, you know, I believe you also would like to go to Artivishta, isn't that correct?
She just kind of gives a pause and Ixnay on the Vishta Arte, eh?
Sorry.
And then she kind of like turns back to Gary. Yeah, actually I am. Wait, you said for your wife? Are you in a hurry? Are you trying to get there fast? I'm sure we could get there a lot faster than this stinky freaking caravan.
Well, I was supposed to meet a friend here, but he missed his arrival date.
At this point, she kind of like holds a hand up while you're talking and like motions for you for another round. It's on me. Continue.
Thank you. I am in a hurry. I'm leaving as soon as I can. I'm hoping that we can get closer to Artiviste, maybe Miss Alice here, but if you've never traveled alone at night, I do not recommend it.
Oh, I've always been told always to travel in groups. That's kind of how it's been for me. That's the only thing I ever knew.
Yes, having traveled in smaller groups, it's not an experience I recommend. If you did want to separate from the caravan, I would be willing to wayfind our way there. However,
and she immediately like puts an arm around Rowan. Well, that's 3 of us.
We would still need a larger group, more than just 3. So it would be 4. My friend will be coming with us.
4? That's got to be enough. I'm sure we can find more here that don't want to wait for the stupid horses, that don't want to go fast, need sleep every night, and everyone's worried they're gonna die. She kind of grits her teeth as she says it, and then just like almost like dancing at this point, like she like cannot contain her excitement.
It's so funny that she's like, look, I need a king-sized bed, I need a good night's sleep, but these horses, can't believe they need to sleep after running all day. I think Rowan is just like trying to maintain the most blank facade, just like thinking to himself how crazy this is.
I'm doing the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little more used to this kind of behavior. Mm-hmm. But yes, very much the same kind of blank, pleasant facade.
Yeah, exactly. Who is your friend, if you don't mind me asking?
A former compatriot from the 4th. She's helping me find my wife.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you
find your
happen to know when
wife?
she'll be here?
What?
I received a letter recently. I left to return home, to my home in up north in I can't think of the name right now. Eindarth, and for some family issues. And before I left, I received word from a friend from Artiviste that my wife and her family were attacked.
Oh no.
Oh, that's...
He's sent to meet him here in Lesce, where he would give me more information, but he never arrived.
You asked her, and at this point she turns to the bartender and cuts you off. Has he asked you? Have you helped him? And the bartender just gives this woman just like gives this slow nod while rubbing her temples, and much the same reaction you guys have had, but much less subdued.
There is, of course, a mug of ale already next to me. I just haven't drunk from it yet. Yes, Cassie. It's all right. I have my ale.
But you've also asked them, and they didn't know. Maybe you missed each other. Maybe he was in a hurry going that way, and you were going this way. And she's like pointing in all these different directions, and maybe you just missed each other.
No, he said he would meet here, and he would wait for me, as he was closer at the time. But it's been past the meet date, and he has not shown.
Well, maybe he's running late.
Something's happened to him.
He's not the type who runs late? And she says that like really meagerly and nervously. Like she's like almost physically getting smaller with her stature as she's talking right now.
He's as dependable as clockwork. Do we have clocks?
Yeah, clocks exist.
Okay, clocks. So he's dependable as clockwork.
That's at this point, like you could see like tears welling up in her eyes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, with my best friend, my road brother, and she puts another arm on Rohan's shoulder. And you and your friend, we'll get there. We'll find him. I promise. Do anything
I put my arm on her, or I reach out and I pat her shoulder. It'll be okay. I have faith that we will reunite with my friend and my wife.
And as you're kind of putting the arm, just like reassuring her, Rohan, you notice you notice someone approaching very quietly and reserved behind Garrett. And
I think I won't make any
carefully
moves.
I'm sorry,
keeping an eye.
Yep. Sits down very quietly, very deliberately, sits down at the bar, holds a hand out as they get a drink. She just kind of looks at it, and this mane of red hair that's just a little frizzled, but mostly just tied back in a messy bun. Just kind of... What have you got yourself into today, Gary?
Bex, these are our possible new traveling companions. Cassie, who's a little distraught, and Rohan.
Who seems considerably less distraught. The pleasure's all mine.
Nice to meet you.
They are looking to travel separately from the caravan that just came into town. It's a little light for my tastes, and you know what it's like out there at night. But I think with a few more, we might be able to make it and make better time than the caravan.
I'm sure if everyone's able to defend themselves, we can run it 4 or 5. No problem. I'm just worried, you know.
Yes.
And she kind of motions towards Cassie, and then, what about you, Rohan? You any good in a scrap if it comes down to it?
I think I'll do okay.
She kind of just looks at you, not skeptically, but just like almost analyzing you.
Mm-hmm.
Then
I
she kind of nods.
I just meet her eyes, hold eye contact. I don't try to like assuage her fears or any. Just gonna keep her eye contact, play my cards close to my chest. I know who I am, but I don't think she needs to know who I am.
She seems to judge your confidence as sincere, or at least sincere enough that she doesn't react negatively to it, and gives another nod, and then... and over the course of the next 15-20 minutes, the introductions between the 4 of you continue.
I would like to point out that if either of you call me Gary, I will knife you.
And,
sounds good, Gary.
You have to earn it. I pull out my dagger and I poke him with it. Not hard enough to hurt, but just enough to... Drive the point home.
The red-haired woman kind of like taps you on the shoulder, Rohan, and don't worry, he's cuddly as a bear. He won't do anything to hurt you. Right, Gary?
Unless
So
you make
it's not
me.
cuddly when we meet somebody who needs a little stronger touch than cuddling.
They won't even see me before they get an arrow through the eye.
That's what I like to hear.
She kind of rolls her eyes a bit, and then Cassie just, oh, well, I should go to get my room. I'm gonna go get the rest of my things off of the wagon and see if talk to them about disembarking and hurrying and everything. And
Oh, Bex, before she wanders off, she ordered everyone around on her, so make sure you get yours.
well, isn't that just nice? Can we keep her?
Is it?
And she kind of like gives a little smile.
For now.
In my head, I just think seems more like you can't get rid of her, but you know, that's fine. Just myself. I'm not.
Rohan knows something you don't know.
Rohan, you clearly haven't met the fourth. Obviously, I don't know what you're, but that's what I would say
He
if I knew.
blatantly, like, it would not surprise. Like, this dude looks very foreign. Like, he is definitely not Parisian.
I see.
And Eindar, like, there's a decent amount of cultural mixing in most of the big cities. As-like and Eindar are probably the most like homogenous with Parisians compared to the rest. So, yeah, he almost definitely has no military knowledge of anything going on or the chaos that presumably would be unleashed, for lack of a better term. And Cassie just kind of rushes, heading off, and not running out the door, but very quickly.
Is it still light out, or is it dark now?
It's like sundown, like it's orange now.
I think, unfortunately, I think I should probably go keep an eye on her. So I don't know. I'll just be somewhere with line of sight to wherever she's going to the caravan, because I don't think it's, especially with Garrett's friend being gone, I don't think it's crazy that she would just get herself abducted by who knows what. And she is my meal ticket here, so.
Your meal ticket. So, a quick moment later, she is out the door, and you're like, you get up, you follow her. I imagine Rohan is not running after her by any means.
No, absolutely not.
And
I am dragging myself, if anything.
As you
lift my mug to him and finish it off.
I do, and then I head out.
And as you do, you see about 15 paces from the front door, in the middle of the road, Cassie is currently on the ground, she has fallen ass over apple cart.
Oh, gosh.
She's got like dirt, she's kind of scuffed, she's got like a little scratch on her cheek. And the person that she ran into, Lee, if you please describe your character.
Yeah, so this guy's just standing in the middle of the road, and he looks like he has no idea what's going on. He looks completely flabbergasted that this woman just came out and ran into him. And I mean, he's not a big guy. He's not normally the type to be knocking people down, so that's even more confusing. He's a little too thin. He's kind of run down, a little scraggly, short brown hair, just real worn, kind of peasant's clothing that's definitely seen some better days and could really use a good wash. And he just looks so confused about the situation and about this woman in front of him, and like he doesn't even know where he is.
Now, for context, Cassie is maybe 5'1", 5'2". She is not a very tall woman. And she stands up, trying to meet your gaze, like catching herself, and she like wipes her cheek, and she sees blood, and she just, "How dare you! Could you watch your?" Oh, hi there. How are you doing? Oh. And she just like immediately, I'm sorry. Did I hurt you? Are you okay? And she just like holds your hand. I'm Cassie. Who are you?
And he yanks his hand back. I'm Streak. Fine.
Oh, that's such a beautiful name. What are you doing here?
Name. What?
What are you doing here? What brings you to Lesce?
Walking.
Alone? Oh, that's not. If you're alone, we're actually. Are you trying to get out of here? I actually. At this point, she like looks around and. Oh, come here. I just met the most gorgeous person who's going to help us get to Alice here.
I'm going to what now?
Like, yeah, you said you're alone and you're getting a group, and no one wants to stay in stinky Lesce, so you can help us get there, right?
Yeah.
At this point, she brings Rohan, like pulling him over to meet you. This fine gentleman, this lovely, and she's like almost like stroking your shoulder as she says it, is going to help us. He said he walked here alone.
I'm gonna make it clear that Streak is very uncomfortable. He's like leaning away so far from her that he's practically diagonal at this point.
I think I give you a look that's just like apologetic, but just lightly, not enough that like she would notice, but just a little bit of like a yeah, I know.
Trust me,
and
you could be juggling knives right now and she would not notice.
Can I read Cassie's mind?
I mean, of course you can.
I would like to do that. I forget, does she get like a save against that?
Let me double check here. Nope. You just get surface level thoughts.
Incredible. I mean, I assume all she has are surface level thoughts, but just, like, I think it feels a little too easy, and like a weird, like, it's, I think for Rohan, it's like it's great when somebody wants to pay for all your things and, like introduce you to helpful people and whatever. But it's also like, things don't usually come this easily, in my life at least. So I would like to know if this is all above board.
So you're reading Cassie's mind right now.
Yes, Cassie's mind.
She has immediately fallen in love with Streak. She thinks that this handsome chunk of something is her key to love, life, and everlasting happiness. And then a second later, her thoughts are, I need to buy him a room. We need to share a room. Maybe we can share a room. Maybe we can... Oh, what if I get two beds and smash them together now? I bet it'll be okay. Oh, I wonder... What if he doesn't like drinking? I wonder if I can get him drunk. I don't want him to drink if he doesn't like drinking. Well, what's good? And it is just like... You're like... You have to like focus to stop. You're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Give me a second.
Amazing. I think this is actually very endearing to me. Like, I think I'm like, you know what? This amount of like... thought and emotion focused on someone else from Cassie is great. Like, this can only mean good things. So I turn to Streak and I'm like, hi, it's nice to meet you. Would you like to come inside and have a drink? I'm sure Cassie would be willing to buy you one if you would like.
I'd love nothing more in the world, Mr. Streak.
You want to buy me a drink?
How about this? I can buy you a drink. You look a little dirty. If you don't have any clothes, I can buy you clothes. We can get your clothes washed, whatever you need.
You know what, Cassie? How about we start with the drink?
I won't say no to an L. But that's all I'm giving you.
All right. And she kind of fumbles and I left some coin on that. Just, first round's already on me. Just tell him it's on me. I'll take care of it. I need to go get the rest of my stuff from the caravan because, and she kind of like turns excitedly. Tell the redhead and Garrett that we got a group. We got enough people. Cause I bet Streak's super dangerous. I bet he made it here all on his own, killing all those evil demons. And she just like smiles at you again.
Group is very quick. We aren't saying group yet. Group is a strong word.
But you can't exactly go alone unless you're... Did you get here alone? I won't tell nobody.
Well, kinda. I mean, I had a caravan, but that doesn't matter.
Oh. Okay, I need to go, get the rest of my stuff out of the wagon. And she kind of turns to you, Rohan. Do you want me to get yours too?
Sure. Thank you.
All right. I'll be back. First round's on me. And she kind of like pauses to shake your hand again, Strieg. And like awkwardly is just like holding her hand out, waiting to shake yours.
He takes it so delicately and shakes it once very slowly and awkwardly.
She nearly falls to her knees.
He wipes his hand on his pants when he releases it.
Rohan, you are getting this. He's perfect, he's he's everything I've ever wanted. If only I wasn't trying to save the world, then maybe he would be it. Maybe he can come with me. Maybe he's the key to saving the world. Maybe there's something here.
I think...
And she quickly heads off.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just sort of gently corral Strieg in towards the bar to get a drink and see if I can... I would just like to sort of keep him in our general orbit and maybe pawn him off on Bex and Garrett, introduce him to them. Hi, Garrett. We've maybe found a new person to accompany us, if he is so willing. This is Strieg, and Cassie has very enthusiastically agreed to buy him a drink, if you catch my drift.
Indeed, I reach my hand out for Strieg. It's Garrett, nice to meet you. You're looking to move on from here?
I shake the hand once and I sit down a good, there's a good seat between us. There's room between us. And I just go, I just got here. She ran into me. I was promised an ale.
Indeed. I wave for the motion for the barkeep. His is on Cassie from earlier. You know who.
The woman gives a thumbs up, pours an ale from the only ale option that is in the town, and slides it on down to Strieg.
I'm just looking at the empty seat next to Strieg and laughing to myself because I know for sure Cassie's about to come take it, and he's definitely set himself up to be screwed over. So I'm just laughing and sort of hovering in the background.
So, as I said, my name is Garrett. This is my friend Bex, pointing over my shoulder at Bex. We're looking to head out soon. If you'd like to join us, you certainly can. If you're still looking to take in the town a bit, we're gonna be waiting until we have about a fifth person or so before we can leave. But the sooner the better. In a bit of a hurry.
And where did you say you were all going?
Eventual end goal is Artaviste, but it looks like we might be going to Alisir first.
Oh. I see.
Is that on your way, or are you just a wanderer?
Well, yeah, that one. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah. Wanderer.
Righty then.
Rowan, you can notice that from over Garrett's shoulder, the redheaded Bex is very much like eyeing Strieg with a mixture of like curiosity and slight worry. Not worry, but slight defensive nervousness almost.
And can you remind me how is Strieg dressed again? Peasant's clothes?
Very, very peasant clothes. Like his clothes are completely worn, like threadbare, very dirty. He's clearly been on the road for a long time.
Gotcha. And he's quite thin and not that tall or anything either.
Correct. The only thing that's even vaguely intimidating or interesting about him is that he's a pretty boy, for no other way to say it, and that there are not one but 2 crossbows strapped to his back.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm just sort of sizing everybody up, and how long has Cassie been outside?
Couple minutes at most.
Okay.
Long enough to have gotten lost 3 times over.
Yeah. She's probably fallen in love with somebody else by now. I think I'm gonna go see if she needs help bringing my stuff in, because, I mean, not that I have much stuff, but I figure I should probably help her. I feel like I've adopted a pet or something.
So,
I'll head
Strieg,
outside and let's see what she's up to. If you guys do it.
you know how to use those things you got there, I take it?
Yes. Kind of. A little. Why?
We're a small party. We're gonna be traveling quick and light. And on the road, you never know what you're gonna run into. And the smaller your party, the bigger a target you are.
I might not be the right one for you, man. I'm not the fighter. That's not me. You should maybe find someone else, unless I don't know.
I turn around and look at Bex, kind of give her a quick eyebrow lift, see what she's thinking.
She kind of scratches her chin a bit and narrows her eyes. Never seen someone that can't fight carrying 2 of those, so unless you're a thief, which bold of you to be just walking into a bar a thief, then what are they for? And she kind of just motions towards your crossbows on your back.
Decoration.
I like that one. I give Strieg a slap on the back. Another ale for my friend.
I love it. You lean over a chair to slap him on the back.
I also love that you are so magnanimously buying people ales on Cassie's time. It's another ale for my friend. Cassie's got it.
When in Rome.
And at this point, Bex also leans over to the bar. She hasn't really been sitting at the bar. She's just kind of been standing next to it, and she motions, "Another one for me too." And she kind of pauses and turns toward you, Garrett. And she kind of motions. Rowan headed out looking for Cassie, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She motions towards the door. His friend's still covering, right?
Last I checked, she was.
She holds her hand up with 2.
Can I do that too?
She just shrugs. You can try.
Strieg also motions for another one.
And a few more ales come down the bar. And, meanwhile, as you guys casually sit at the bar of the Jolly Cattail, enjoying all manner of interesting or uninteresting conversation and people watching through the various denizens that both live in Lesce and are now part of this caravan that has come through, a few of which are starting to make their way in at a table. They have pushed two of them together, seemingly settling in for at least a couple of hours. We move over to Rowan, who you have went looking for Cassie.
Yes. Is she still okay? Has she died?
She did not ever make it to the caravan at the north side of town.
Huh. Do I see her?
You do not. You head towards the north caravan where you would the caravan's setting up spot just outside of town. You don't see her. You ask around a bit. She never made it.
All right, I'm thinking about this. There is a part of me that's tempted to just be like, not my circus, not my monkey, but you know, it kind of is my circus. She did pay for my room and is about to leave all of these people on the hook for her drink tab if she doesn't show up. So I'm gonna go back and grab Garrett and Strieg and Bex, be like, hey friends, our magnanimous host who has agreed to buy all of our drinks here has I don't know, seems to have maybe gotten lost between here and the caravan, and I'm having some trouble finding her. Does anybody maybe want to take a look with me?
Bex and I will take a look. Strieg, you in on this?
Nothing better to do.
Alrighty then.
Amazing.
Turn to look at Bex. Here we go again.
As you stand up, she puts a hand on your shoulder. You're not outranking me right now, Gary. So you don't speak for me. But yeah, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'll keep that in mind, Bex. I just...
And, she begins walking out, like heading to the door, holding one ale in each hand with... like, she doesn't look like she's armoring up. She doesn't look like she's going to grab a weapon. She's just walking outside with two ales, one in each hand.
I wasn't married already.
I'm sorry, what was that, Garrett?
Lead on! Seeing as how I'm not in charge anymore.
Yeah, I'll follow Bex out. She seems like she knows what she's doing.
I'm kind of following the three of them behind at a little bit of a distance.
Yeah, I think, like, really my MO here is, like, I want Cassie to be found, but I don't want to be responsible for having to find her. So really, like, as little as I can do to make sure somebody finds her. It's like, great. Cool. I delegated to some people, and now I will be this, like, bystander who will just sort of tag along, keep an eye out. I'm sure Bex seems more competent than me.
You say that about the person who just walked outside with 2 beers.
She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing.
Everyone trusts the alcoholic redhead. Nothing will go wrong.
Never does.
Story of my life? Just kidding, I'm not redheaded.
So, you guys head outside, make your way down the kind of winding side road to the main road of Lesce. No one saw her north, and south kind of starts leading towards the larger farms and more open area.
What are we looking at? I'm assuming there's probably a ton of foot traffic, lots of muddy footprints, nothing to really track off of that, correct?
No, not here. Like, this is the main thoroughfare of the town right now.
Alright, well, no one saw her north, so... What do you think, Bex? Do we split up, take one each, or do we all travel together?
Oh, look at you, Gary. Sounding like old Frederick from those books that we used to read. Let's split up. No, how about we do something together for once?
Ah, right. We, don't you know, you never split the party. Alright, well... Rohan, you said they didn't see any sign of her to the north, correct?
Correct.
And we might as well head south. Keep your eyes peeled. Is it dusk still, or is it actually like nighttime?
It's not, there's no sun in the sky, but it's still like shades of purple and orange on the horizon to the west.
Okay. And as far as we know, like the Umbraei don't come out if there is sunlight in the sky.
Yeah, like maybe in the depths of the forest where like it's completely black, but like
right.
Generally, like, you know, there's some farmhouses that are a little bit further out that are pretty much safe at this point. Like they have a level of, they don't want to die. They still have some self-preservation, these things that no one understands. So yeah, like, you're safe at least in the outskirts of the town where there's still farms and things like that.
Okay.
Was there anyone else out on the streets, or are we, like, completely alone out here?
There's some movement. It's sundown. A lot of farmers are, you know, getting their last-minute things before heading out or dropping off anything. It is getting into the late parts of the harvest season right now, so... there's a decent amount of foot traffic. This is probably the morning and then dusk are probably the busiest parts of the day for foot traffic.
Yeah, I think we head down to towards the south, see if we can find any trace of her towards the open farm fields.
Would we be able to get a image of the town for a little bit of a better look-see-loo of what we're dealing with? Is that something that we can throw up there, or is that something we'd have to...
There we go.
Oh.
Ooh.
The large building in the middle south off the side is was the Jolly Cattail. Just north, there's a little area where caravans generally set up.
That would be that kind of empty space in the triangle there between the main road and that little...
Yeah, or even like near the thicket of trees just past it, anywhere around there. And yeah, everything to the south is just kind of farmland that's mostly, So she's either in the back alleys somewhere, if you can even call them alleys, or further south, presumably.
I'll be honest, Rohan, I don't think your friend there had the best head for directions, especially not after she was a little starstruck here by meeting our new friend. You think she went the wrong way instead of heading off to the caravan?
I think only Cassie knows what's going on in Cassie's head. I can imagine that she did go the wrong way. She said that she was heading to the caravan to bring our stuff. When I went to the caravan, was our stuff... You said that she never made it there.
Yeah,
so
your stuff was still there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's unlikely that... It seems less likely that somebody grabbed her in the middle of town than that she went the wrong direction, at least, so...
Yeah, I've met one of those a time or two before. I say we check the alleys leading south a little bit first before we start heading straight for the farmlands.
Yeah.
But we might have to head into the fields. What time of year is this?
It's the generally Callawakes is kind of the like mid-autumn. Callawakes and Callawayne are mid-autumn, so
this is literally like September
Yeah, it'd be
now?
like September, October-ish. Yeah, that kind of thing.
So so there's like big fields of like corn or something.
Yeah,
right?
everything's like they're doing their last harvests over the course of the next few weeks.
Okay, so
before the cold really starts hitting.
Yeah, we don't have much time. I assume we would like to not be out here when dark hits, so I guess we should get a move on.
We should be fairly safe. The Umbrii don't like to come close to towns too much, but yes, we don't want to go out too far in the dark.
Yeah. Do we? I guess can we make a check for her in alleys and stuff first before we head to the farms?
Who is leading the search?
I guess that would be me and Bex.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Bex
in
and
that
I,
case, Garrett, you are going to give me a notice check last. Strieg, I want you and Rohan to each give me I'm gonna go with for Rohan, both of you wisdom notice. It's about common sense, trying to figure it out. So each of you give me a wisdom notice. All right. Streak. All right. Well, that is an 8.
What's the negative modifier? So rolled higher. Nice.
With that, Garrett, your wisdom notice, you can add a +1 to.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a situational modifier. When you click it, you can just write +1 on. Because the assistance has succeeded. Oh, and good assistance it is.
Nice.
Great rolls, guys.
You guys spend the next 10-15 minutes, the four of you, kind of combing the alleys of this small town and checking behind buildings, asking around, like, has anybody seen this crazy woman with a cut on her face that's kind of short and has very long silky hair, and obviously she would stick out a lot here. And nobody really says anything until finally one farmer just goes, well, yeah, we saw her heading south down the path. Seemed to be a little bit of a hurry. Tried waving to her, asking what was up, but look, she was in a trance or something. She just kind of walked past, didn't even wave back. Bit of a selfish bitch, if you ask me.
I think I almost giggle, but then I'm like, this actually feels, I don't know. I think at this point I'm starting to actually get worried, because up till this point it feels like, oh, she definitely just got lost or something, but her refusing to make conversation is very out of character. So yeah, I feel like what I would expect from her is to get caught up in a conversation with 7 people on the way to the caravan. So the fact that I think I think we should go check the farms.
I got a real nasty look on my face when the farmer called her a selfish bitch. I'm just glaring at him.
I reach over to the farmer, shake his hand, say, thank you, friend, and palm him a silver.
He, eyes wide, economic context, silver is much more valuable in the Worlds Without Number system than most traditional RPGs, so...
Oh,
think of a silver as a gold. Everything, goes up a tier.
Oopsie poopsie. I stick with it.
Do I notice this?
Yeah, sitting on a porch with a large lantern. It's unmistakably silver.
Okay. I definitely just make a mental note that I seem to have found myself in the company of several people who took money to
just gave him 5 silver earlier.
Rowan the sugar baby, here we go.
Can I try and pickpocket that silver as we walk away?
Farmer?
I don't like this farmer. He called her a bitch.
All right, so go ahead and give me a dexterity sneak. And
Holy crap.
no one is any the wiser as
Holy crap.
he kind of like starts to move it, and you like kind of and you like almost like trip, like not trip, but like you kind of like slip and like almost like your boot slides on the front deck of the porch, and he just, you all right?
Ah, shit. Sorry, man. Sorry.
You ought to be a little more careful. Don't want some guards coming blaming me for you getting hurt. You know, all that.
Yeah. And then I just hurry off after the other two.
Yeah, I head off too.
Okay, so
That's
12.
maybe.
Okay, that's a good.
That's
a
insane.
good
That's
skill, yeah.
absolutely insane.
I
Think of a
kinda
12
wiggle
as a 20,
forward at
essentially.
Rohan as we walk.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we're heading south down the path that he gestured to. Do we see any sign of her? Do we see her?
As you start heading down the main path south of Lesce, you walk for a minute or two, the four of you, not necessarily shoulder to shoulder, but fairly close, and just kind of, you know, two of you eyes to the left, two of you eyes to the right, and as the farmhouses get a little bit more sparse and the farmland gets a little bit thicker, you hear the unmistakable loud screeching that my neighbors would get very upset if I attempted to do right now, of Cassie echoing over the wind to the south.
I give everybody a look, and I actually hurry off. Like I'm gonna hurry ahead of everybody else and head towards where she's going.
We pick it up, start heading over there.
Mm-hmm.
I unlimber my bow from my shoulder as we start to make our way there.
Beck's drawing a small gladius, like probably about short sword size, from her backpack. She has like a small pack, not a literal backpack, that it just barely fits into, and she just... You should know how to pick them, Gary.
He picked me. Let's go.
As you guys are heading down, you start to hear this just of like running footsteps very fast, and then another shriek, and the unmistakable like of her getting closer and closer. As you kind of come around a bend of a hill, you see her running full tilt up the road in your guys' direction. And she just kind of like, as she looks up, like she was doing the thing where like you're looking down, running at your feet, just trying to focus one foot in front of the other. As she kind of looks up, she again stumbles and almost falls and catches herself, and like she screams into her head. It's like a skeleton man down there. He looked at me and I didn't know what to do. I'm sorry. What are you guys doing here?
A skeleton?
A big man with a skull. He had a big skull on his face, big skull and a hat.
Rohan said you didn't end up back at the caravan, so we came looking for you.
No, something I had to, and she very like pointedly meets Rohan's eyes. Something happened and I had to go this way.
Huh. Do I don't... What happened? Whatever she's putting down, I'm not picking up. What happened?
Something happened.
Okay.
On the obvious A.
Oh, gotcha. Do we see the skeleton person?
You do not see anyone else on the road. Like, you kind of like squint a little bit, and it looks like there's maybe a small group of people walking with not a brisk pace, but they're not meandering. They're walking at a pretty average pace up the road in your guys' direction. Maybe 6 or 7 people.
Okay.
Do we want to look into this skeleton guy, or we found Cassie, so why don't we go back to...
What if somebody dies?
I mean, it's getting dark. It feels like the smart thing to do would be to go back, but
if someone dies, we were the only people who apparently seem to know about this. It doesn't sit well with me.
A skeleton guy?
And at this point, Bex kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, Garrett, and just kind of, oh, I'm following you, one way or another.
Thank you. I think we gotta check this out, guys.
I like that we have the full spectrum of responses. I'm like, we should go back. Garrett's like, we gotta help him. And Streaks is like, a skeleton!
It kind of went full Scooby Gang immediately. I wasn't expecting that.
Zoinks!
Well, I'm following Garrett. I mean, I can handle myself in a fight, but I'm not gonna make it back alone, I don't think. And Cassie just seems like, I don't know, out of her mind. So I'm following Garrett. I figure we're probably safer in numbers than not.
I'm following very reluctantly.
All right then. Eyes peeled for a skeleton guy in a hat.
He was also in like a really fancy suit. It was really scary. It was like a top hat, like a big top hat. It was like kind of reddish. I don't know.
Top hats are scary. Top hats are scary. Let's see what we can find.
Yeah, where exactly did she say that the skeleton person was again?
Further down the road.
Okay. I guess we start walking that direction.
As you do, the group of people are making their way towards you, and the one at the front just kind of waves.
Do we know who they are?
You can't really make them out. Like, one of them is holding a lantern that, but, like, you're still so far away that you can't really make out features. Just that it's maybe 5 or 6 people total.
Oh, yeah, that would be helpful. Do any of us have a lantern out, seeing as how it's getting dark, or are we just kind of not lanterning this, trying to see in the dark here?
I have a lantern. I can pull one out. Yes. I had to check my inventory. Yeah, I will do that. I will pull out a lantern.
All right. And as you do, you kind of like, as you get to about maybe 30 or 40 feet away, you can see the man waving at you seems to have a skull for a face and is wearing a top hat.
Ah.
Oh, that better be a mask.
What the fuck?
And he just, you then hear this echoing voice. Oh, hello there. Quite awful, all of this happening, and so late at night too. And you can see, like, with the other hand, like one hand holding up a lantern, the other one like using a cloth to kind of wipe at the skull forehead.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, yeah, it's been, and Cassie is maybe 15 feet behind you guys, like nearly falling to her knees in fear right now. And then she kind of like
grab her arm and like keep her.
Yeah, she quickly like runs up and like holds on to Strieg, like, you're gonna protect me, right?
You don't have a face.
I love Strieg so much.
You broke me with that.
You don't have a...
Quite inaccurate, actually. I have a face that is just not visible at the moment.
So you're
What?
wearing a mask?
Something like that, yes. Have you ever heard of the Moonflower Society?
I'm sorry, the what now?
The Moonflower Society.
Any of you guys heard of the Moonflower Society?
I can't say that I have.
I'm just like staring at him, mouth open, like total mind fuck.
Garrett,
I think I'd say,
you
like-
in particular can give me an int no if you think you might know it to see. It's pretty tough, but you might.
Let's give it a shot. I have a -1 to know, but I will. Let's roll for this. See how the dice lie. And you said that was int, right?
Yeah, int.
That's an 11.
Wow, that's a natural 12 -1. That's insane. That's like a 2% chance. That's you thinking back, it takes a minute and you're like, yeah, you have heard of the Moonflower Society. They are a traveling carnival. They,
The Moonflower Society. Why? Yes. You're the troupe, right? The traveling troupe?
yes, of course, something like that. And you, like, as your memory's getting jogged, like, that's the ringmaster. That's the ringleader of it right there. He traditionally has this kind of glamoured kind of skeleton skull-like look with all of these fanciful outfits that he wears, and he just yes,
okay.
it's been quite the day.
They're performers, fellows. They're performers. They, acrobats, singing,
And the skull.
carnivals. Yeah. Yes, and the skull. It's decorative.
Okay. I think Rohan's definitely taking note of this. Just like,
At this point,
know.
he quickly just takes his hat off, tipping the cap to you and doing a large bow. Ringmaster here at your service. They're having quite the evening here.
Yeah.
Hope yours is going better.
What?
Strieg, in your ear, Cassie is just whispering, kill it, 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 kill it.
Where is his face?
As I said, it is something of a glamour. It's just a matter of needing something that... and he, as he, like, takes the cap off, you can see that is just straight up a skull. There is... It looks like a bleached skull.
It's magic, Strieg. You've seen or heard of.
No. And Strieg is gonna back up with Cassie.
I think I just say like, you're an illusionist.
Something like that, yes. The ringmaster of the Moonflower Society, we were actually moving some things. He kind of like looks like Strieg's got 2 crossbows on his back, maybe 1 drawn at this point, weapons just all at the display. You all wouldn't be able to help me, would you? Something terrible occurred, and we're in the worry.
What do you need?
Define terrible.
Well,
Or
we were just maybe less than an hour's travel south of here. We were on our way up here. I'll make the long story very, very short. I'm not. And he kind of like scratches at his face, and it sounds like he's just scratching at his skull. But to make a long story incredibly short and simple, I was bringing some supplies back to the main troop. We have some things that we need for our new. We have some new acts that we're working on. We need some new cloths, and we're working on a new big top tent and all of these other beautiful things. But in order to do that, I needed to bring some things, and I thought, why not do it myself? I don't get a lot of time away from the society, and, well, it's good for me. And he gives a nice, scully smile. The skull does slight amounts of emotion, and it can, like, almost smile even though it doesn't have lips. It's a little creepy and off-putting, honestly. And,
see.
well, one of the axles broke on our wagon.
Do you think would you like help bringing the carriage here?
Very, very much so. If any of you have any ability to repair, normally I have some enchantments that the wagons can be pulled by very easily, but in order to do so, they still need to be working wagons, and well, the heavy one broke down completely with that broken axle, and I would love so much to have some help with that. There was good. At this point, he like slaps his hands together, which are wearing very clean white gloves that have a red inseam on them, and he just kind of, as he claps, he just very much, there is good pay in it for you if you could do it post-haste before anything gets lost.
And you wouldn't be willing to wait until the morning?
I would prefer it as quickly as possible. Get us... well, don't want anything getting into it during the night. Was going to be heading into town, offering, big bit of coin to anyone, but, well, you lot seem more than capable. And at this point, he like turns his gaze to Streak. Are you all right there, son? Is everything all right, chap?
Streak kind of like just leans over to Cassie and whispers in her ear, "Does he have a tongue? How is he talking?"
I assure you, I am willing to pay. And Cassie is just frozen in fear. Like, now she's like clenching your arm so much that like it hurts with her nails digging in a little bit.
I think at this point I'm like, personally I'm happy to help, but I do think our friends here maybe would appreciate if you were able to choose a different visage from this skull. It seems like they're a little out of sorts, and I'm sure you would want all of us at the top of our game if we're going to go venturing into the night here.
Well, my good man, I so desperately wish that I could, but unfortunately, that would ruin the illusion. And he gives a very skull-driven smile at that.
I turn to Strig and Cass, and I'm like, it's just a mask. It's a very fancy mask. It's a person under there.
I kind of stare at Garrett for a moment, and then I stare at the ringmaster, and then I stare at Garrett again, and I kind of do like back and forth for a minute, and then I just go, "Okay."
Is Cassie on board, or is she still losing it?
She's... what? What? Okay, I don't know that I'm gonna be a good... I've been feeling about this, but sure.
Okay. All right, fine. Yeah, I'm... Sure. As long as there's something in it for us, I'm sure I'd be happy to go and help. I won't speak for my friends here, though.
Well, I'll lend a hand if I can. Not much of a wagoneer, but I've learned a thing or two on the trails. What do you say, Bex?
Oh, I'll fix some things in my day. I'm sure I can do something about this, and, we could use the pay.
Indeed.
Shame they're not heading south, honestly.
That would make a great caravan to travel with. Be interesting, to say the least.
Where are they heading to? I'm gonna turn to the... Oh, did the Skullman say his name? I'm sorry, did you...
He only introduced himself as the Ringmaster.
Okay, Mr. Ringmaster,
Yes,
where are you heading to after, once the carriage is fixed here?
Well, the society is currently, just, I cannot give away the exact position, but within a day's travel of Ceres, so our goal is to get back there. After all, cannot be giving up the mystery of any of this. Be that who I am, how the society travels or where they are when they are not playing.
Gotcha.
But rest assured, we are on our way towards Saris. I can tell you that much.
Gotcha. I think Rohan was, like, briefly entertaining the possibility that, like, you know, these people have skills he might be interested in. Maybe he would tag along or find some way to ingratiate himself with them, but hearing that they're going to Saris, he's very much off the wagon, so to speak. But yeah, I think he is willing to definitely go and track down this carriage, this wagon.
Splendid. How's about give me one moment. And he begins talking with one of the people behind him, and as he does, he kind of turns around again after a second, and his hand shakes a little bit, and he just kind of like this small bag. I'm not exactly sure how much is in here, but I assure you it's at least more than a couple's gold's worth that would be able to pay, divided amongst the lot of you. It is he kind of like, as he like leans forward a little bit, counting a few feet away from you, like the eye sockets emote a little bit, like he's squinting.
Oh my. I'm skull squinting. I'm sorry. That's just.
I think at this point, Rohan is. Now I'm nervous because it dawns on me that if this man is an illusionist, whatever he's showing us may very well be completely fake. So, is there any way that I could make a check to ascertain the reality of this bag of coin?
To ascertain the reality of the bag of coin. That's very funny. I would say give me a notice wisdom.
Okay, let me do that.
It seems real. I mean, that seems like a nice, like, you know, like looking at it, like he's not letting you touch it. Maybe that would help, but like he holds it out and it seems to be a weighty bag of coin. You didn't like see him like do any weird magic at the moment, and someone else handed it to him and he just kind of like turned around with it.
Okay.
If you would like to count it, I would not. I'd be willing to pay you a quarter of it now, and the rest when you return my wagon. Of course, if, you know, something awful were to happen, I would offer it to someone else. And you go. But I assure you it won't. I mean, look at this fine young man. He motions the street. 2 crossbows on his back. I assume that is the greatest marksman we have ever seen. And as he chuckles, the skull smiles very heavily.
I'll take the quarter now.
Very well. And he's like, he like comes over to you, and that's a goddamn good illusion. Like, you're maybe a foot and a half away. He very carefully, like, he unties the coin purse and begins counting it out, and it looks like a mixture of mostly silver and copper. You see at least 1 gold coin in there. And he just kind of let's see here. Let's assume that it's 4 gold total in there, give or take. We'll give you 1 now, but I don't want to give you the gold coin. That would be a bit dickish of me. To give you 1 gold coin and say you divide it up. That's how you get people killing each other. So, let's see here. Silver. And, he pauses for a second. Not very good at mathematics in my old age when it comes to the adding and the subtracting and the dividing. Multiplication I'm surprisingly good at. He gives another smile and counts out the coin, and I hope this is good for now. And he hands you 8 silver and 29 copper.
Okay.
This is including Bex?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure she gets her share.
Cassie seems less than enthused about all of this, but is willing to tag along with, at the caveat that Strieg will keep her close and safe.
And how much copper did you say?
29. I did write it in the chat as well.
Oh, okay. I was not looking.
This is 8 silver, 29 copper total, right? Not for each of us.
Yeah, that is the total that he's handing you now. He has an offer of much more when you bring it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the money. I'm gonna hand it all to Garrett, actually, because for me, my concern was mainly that it is real money. So
Seems to be.
I'm gonna hand it all to Garrett. I feel like this man is on the up and up, and then I'm gonna head off towards the wagon. I figure we better get to it sooner rather than later. It's not gonna get brighter out here.
Yes, well, I do wish you a good time. We'll be at the locals' gathering hole, wherever that may be. We will be there waiting. Hopefully, I'll try and keep one of my men here. He kind of motions, and they don't wave, but they all kind of like hi, like this awkward. One of my hirees here, keeping a lookout for at least the next couple of hours. I wish you good luck, and I appreciate all of your help.
Of course. Well then, guess we'll head on and take a look at this wagon.
Oh, and you may need and he kind of like begins like searching his jacket, and he produces a small sheet of parchment. It's maybe 4 inches long by an inch wide. It looks like it was like scrolled together like a very small scroll, but now it's kind of like unwound a bit. If you ever get lost, which tends to happen in the forest and the like, you can always use this. Tear it up, it'll make a big bright, what do they call it, fireworks in the sky.
How far into the forest is your wagon? Are you
not far, it's right off.
road?
It's right off the road. We got maybe 30 paces, 40 paces. There was a little gathering area that was already cleared there. We set up, and well, hoping we could fix it right off, but it was worse than we thought. But it is here if you need it. And he once again hands that to Rohan, who is the closest.
I'll take it.
And he like motions his help beyond you, and I do appreciate this. An old man always appreciates a little bit of help, and he gets very close to all of you, and while he doesn't shake all of your hands, you all can see very clearly just how good this illusion is. And again, the skull smiles at you.
I do not shake his hand.
The more perceptive amongst you, in this case, I would say Rowan and Garrett, you would both notice that, so he's wearing like a suit with a very long like overcoat, and under it, it looks like the shirt he is wearing has like almost like a rib cage type of pattern on it.
Is it a ribcage pattern, or is it an actual ribcage?
It seems like a pattern on a shirt. Like
I see. Well, shake his hand, and off we go.
Yeah.
And as you guys start heading down the way on your hunt for a wagon to get some coin to fund your journey, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break. And there we go, we're back. So, as you guys make your way down into the winding road south of Lesce, the momentary, winding, quiet, each moment a little bit more on edge as you leave the last of the farms behind you, the road begins to curve harder to the left, trying to avoid the worst of the thickets of the Sabine Highlands. And starts curving a little bit more, a little bit heavier. You lose sight of the town. You are moving, at this point, almost due west into a dull purple horizon with stars and darkness above you and all but the scant last moments of sun staring at you on the horizon. As you continue, what is the marching order looking like right now?
I guess Bex and I are out front, probably side by side.
All right.
Yeah.
I
and
know
think
Rowan has the lantern, so...
Yeah, I think I'll probably stand like pretty close to Garrett and Bex, just right behind them.
Okay. Streak, you are wherever you're going being weighed down by Cassie, who is literally like attached to your hip.
Yeah, I think I'm about like 5 feet behind, so I'm like, I can still see in the light, but I've still got some space between me and them, and I'm just dragging Cassie.
And as you guys continue, she just if things get bad, can I have one of those? Or no, I'd probably hurt someone. That's not good. Oh no. How do I wait, if something attacks me, what do I do?
You go in a ditch. You lay down in a ditch.
Are there ditches out here? Are there?
Yeah. You find a ditch.
Just don't get too far. Just get down low.
Okay, get down low in a ditch if I see one, but not too far. Get low in a ditch if I see one, but not too far. Down low in a ditch, and she just keeps repeating this nervously. Like you can Streak, you can feel her arm like shaking as she's like holding yours.
Oh.
I awkwardly pat one of her hands.
She immediately is like a lot less nervous.
Aww.
And she blushes a little bit.
I do not notice. Not at all.
I look at Bex and roll my eyes.
So, as you guys, the road begins to curve hard left to the east again, winding around a hill, and it is Garrett, you up front, who sees first a path off to the side where there's like a flickering of what looks like lantern light or something beyond some trees.
I think that's the wagon up ahead, guys. Keep your eyes and ears open. We'll move in slowly, but I don't think we should run into too many troubles. It doesn't look like there's anyone out here right now.
I think I'm gonna hand the lantern to Cassie and pull out my staff just in case.
Yeah.
I assume she's not using a weapon anyway, so.
Is our light now kind of shaking all over the place because of how hard she's trembling?
It's she feels a little more confident in like.
Now that Mr. Skelly Man is gone?
Yeah.
And because Strieg is there to protect her. Yeah, I guess we approach the wagon.
Once you get onto the footpath, maybe 50, 60, 80, 90, within 100 feet or so, you start hearing something.
That's a hell of a lot farther than
I had to think of how things go, but you start hearing something from the wagon. Like, sounds like somebody rifling around in it.
Alright. I kind of motion everyone to hold up a second, and I whisper. Sounds like there's something up ahead. We're gonna want to take this slow. And we don't want to go rushing into this. We don't know what's up there. It could just be a squirrel or a raccoon. Or it could be, maybe someone looking to steal something. We're going to take it nice and slow and easy. All right?
Maybe it would be better to scare them away before we get up there.
We want to see what's there first, I think. Unless... Because for all we know it could be a bear, and or not. It could be more people than us. We want to scout it first, see what's there before we make a final.
Well, I guess my thing is just if 5 of us get within like 15 feet of a bear, I feel like not all of us are going to make it out. Is one of us sneaky enough to go check?
I think at this point we can go ahead and move maps.
Ooh, okay.
It's very jittery because she's scared. I had to set that up.
Ooh, okay.
She is scared. It's a little jittery.
Can we see light from up ahead, or is it just we hear noises?
No, you can see the light. Like, you can see the camp, like, kind of, through the trees.
Okay.
Yeah. Which you should actually be able to do as well. Give me 1 second. Something weird is happening.
But as to your question about if we run into a bear, that's why there's 5 of us.
Fair enough.
Alright, so, as you guys kind of... What are you doing now? Like, you are free to, you know, start planning what's going to happen. If somebody wishes to move forward first or anything.
Can I sneak up around the side of the wagon in the shadows and see if I can look inside?
Sure. Give me a, Oh boy. As soon as you, like, start to move, Cassie's like, oh, where are you going? Where are you going?
Can I pass her off onto Rohan?
I think I'll gesture, like, I'll put my finger on over my lips and just gesture shh. And then I'll, like, grab her arm and just, like, sort of drag her up with us.
Streak, give me a convince charisma.
God. Come on.
I like that the recording overlay immediately broke and it's not loading the map for some reason. It's really funny.
I'm seeing like a circle and a half circle.
Yeah, that's what I've got too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what you guys should be seeing. The fact that the recording overlay is seeing nothing is really weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that looks like an 11 for the convince, so...
She... Okay. And she, like, slides over to Rowan. And, Strieg, where are you going?
So... Is this, like, a circular clearing? Like, where's the wagon?
The wagon is over here. Like, you should be able to zoom out and move your map around. Like, the wagon's over on the right.
If you right-click and drag, you can move the...
Yeah. Yeah, you can right-click and drag to move the map. I didn't know it was even possible to rotate your character.
I don't know how I did that.
I don't either. But yeah, you can right-click and drag, and you can also, like, scroll out to get a better view of all the map.
I've only got about half the circle right now, so I cannot see the wagon.
Further on the right, you should see the wagon. It's got a separate thing on it. Like,
Yeah, there's like a whole other circle.
Yeah, like, keep looking over to the right. Keep going. Keep
You probably
going.
might-
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know which one it is that is making the noise?
It is coming from this one that I pinged here.
Okay. Can I just kind of stay on the left side then? Like,
Okay.
just kind of creep through the shadows?
Okay, through the shadows and the trees. All right, give me a dex sneak.
Are these grid lines each 5 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hold not hold space. You can hold control and hold left click to measure.
Ooh, love that. Cool.
Yeah. Strig, you begin moving around from tree to tree. Now, I gave you guys a very generous 10 feet in the darkness. So at this point, I will go ahead and just from to the back of this tree, where you can kind of like see, and then there is one more tree here. And that gets you pretty much to the line where you can make out over here on this top wagon right here what seems to be a humanoid figure of some repute rifling through and like throwing things out the front of the wagon.
Okay. Can I make my way back to the group and let them know what I saw?
No problem. No problem at all.
It's not a bear. It's a guy.
It's a guy.
Human looking.
Just
guy.
one?
I think so. But it's not a bear.
It's not a bear. It's good to hear. I mean, if it's just the one, why don't we follow through with Rohan's plan, see if maybe we can scare him off.
Yeah, I can only do things within 10 feet. That's so annoying. Okay.
I'm sorry, what was that? You can only do what within 10 feet?
Nothing. You know, just being scary.
I mean, I can yell, and I think that'll go farther than 10 feet, so I guess if you can only yell 10 feet away, I feel a little sorry for you, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate your pity.
You're welcome. Slap him on the back. All right.
Oh. Give me 1 second, guys. It was the color correction. I fixed the recording overlay.
Yay!
There we go. All right, so I do love how I was able to make the lantern all jittery while she's holding it. As you guys are kind of discussing a plan, you hear something stomping off to the south. Like, down in this area, you hear like the shaking of a tree. Something like... And then another huge thump.
Okay, I think we should get this one, or try to deal with this one before whatever else.
And then you just hear coming from the wagon. And then a second one arguing like. And then you see what seems to be some sort of goblinoid get knocked out of the front of this wagon and come flying over its ass.
Goblins. Would I have had past dealings with these fellows?
Oh, 100%. They are the ultimate nuisance.
Right.
Like, you know, like those stories in like South America of how like monkeys will show up and just steal shit from tourists? Imagine that. That's kind of how goblins are treated. Like, they know better than to fight, but they're intelligent enough to like create basic tools. They know that like humans would fucking kill them like crazy, so they generally like avoid humanity and kind of live on their own. But they fucking love scavenging. That's how they get their shit.
Would I know if they hang out with larger individuals?
Once in a while, like hobgoblins, which are about human size. They're very much like a sub-goblin type in this scenario. But this is not that.
Big enough to shake the ground.
No, a hobgoblin is not shaking the ground.
Okay. Would an Umbrai be doing that?
Umbrai can do fucking anything.
They can do anything they want.
Like,
okay.
Well, it depends. Like, there's no classification. They pretty much anything could be an Umbrai.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Well,
I used my one spell slot on reading Cassie's mind, so
Find out she fell in love with Streak.
I mean that did pay dividends, so I guess fair enough. But
we're not going to do anything standing around here all day with our thumbs up our butts. I say we take this out. It looks like at least 2 goblins, something stomping around in the woods. But if we swing around to the north, we can probably still get the jump on them.
You see a third one, presumably, come bumbling out of the southern cart and take the lantern that was hanging off of it and just launch it throwing it at the one that fell out, and the lantern goes flying that way.
Oh god, does that mean the lantern breaks and like burns
It doesn't
everything?
break, but it rolls, and it's it's very much awkwardly still lighting things. But meanwhile, Cassie's like, "Oh, what do we do? What do we do? What's that? Is that? Are we gonna die?"
I'm
Did
gonna
you say 9?
We're gonna be fine.
Oh, we're gonna be fine.
I'm gonna start walking towards this. I feel like we are.
Yeah.
The longer we wait, I think the more
Crazy.
like there's just more and more that are showing up. So I think I'm gonna start walking towards.
Are you gonna try and sneak as well?
Yes.
Give me that dex sneak.
All right. Where's sneak? Okay, there it is.
Right.
Okay.
Strieg, you can still use the same roll. Cassie is like, she has now once again attached to you because Rowan decided to sneak up.
Is there like an amount that I can move or anything, or is it just?
No, we're just kind of keeping it narrative. If initiative starts, initiative starts. Right now, we're just keeping it light.
Just
all right.
over here.
Garrett, what are you and Bex doing? She is waiting, like, she just kind of... At your order, Lieutenant?
I'm limbering up my bow and following up with Rohan. I want to get up with kind of where he is.
Give me a dex sneak.
I will give you a deck sneak. This will be the best goddamn deck sneak I've ever rolled.
Well, it's a sneak.
I will take it. I will take it. It's also the first sneak I've ever rolled.
Were you following the same way Rowan was going?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get...
Once you get to about here, you kind of like start moving around the tree, and you're like feeling the tree, making sure to like stay close to it, and you just instinctively like start moving down, and a branch shakes just a little bit, and the goblins kind of like stop what they're doing, and there's just this pause, and then you hear that loud coming from the south, this billowing heavy, and then footsteps again, now picking up speed little by little towards the embankment, the encampment. Bex falls back and whispering to Cassie and Streak, I'm not much for being quiet. If you want to hide behind me, I'll try and do what I can. But they might need me.
Can I ditch Cassie with her and kind of move up?
Yeah.
Oh God, how do I move?
You just you can select your token and then use the arrow keys, or you can just click and drag, like drag your token. Arrow keys are a little bit more satisfying, I think.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Ooh, cool.
All right. At this point, we are going to roll for initiative because things are about to fucking pop off. How do I...
The range on my...
Sorry, can you give me 1 second? I'm getting a call real quick. Okay, sorry, I'm here.
All good, all good. Yeah.
What is the is there a way to see what the range for my bow is?
It should be on there somewhere. I want to say it's 120 feet, but let me check. It is 100, 600, so 100 feet normally. So you should be able to hit anything you can see, no problem.
All right.
At this point, we will roll initiative.
What do I roll for initiative?
You guys don't need to roll. It's team initiative. I don't think that's something I ever went over in Worlds Without Number. Initiative is based on teams. The highest initiative from each team. It's a 1d8 plus each.
Nice.
And you guys lost.
I think it's about this point that I drop my my glamour. I mean, it's like pretty subtle, but you know, I look a little bit younger than I did before, and I look a little bit less put together, a little more scruffy, and a little bit more like Strieg's clothing. Definitely peasant clothing.
Oh. And at this point,
Otherwise, still kind of like general build, facial
Yep,
characteristics, just younger.
yeah, it was just a little bit of a zhuzh to ingratiate myself with people like Cassie, say. So
I see. Okay. Fair. So, way group initiative works is all the goblins and bad guys move at the same time, and we all get to move at the same time?
yep. So you guys are able to essentially plan your turns, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And you can move in any order you want. You do each just have to take a full turn. Like, you can't go like, I'm gonna move, then you move and attack, then I'll attack. You do have to take your full turn.
We're team red, right? With the
Your team
7 initiative?
blue. Or team green, I'm sorry. Red's always the bad guys, green's always the good guys.
You sure? Because they've got the higher initiative. I think
They do go first, yes.
we go first, but
Yeah.
all right. I will concede.
What's funny is there should also be a team yellow. I need to re-roll that one. There we go. I've seen that.
Oops.
Whoops. All right, well, that's fine. That's fine. It's a secret for later. It's a surprise tool that'll help us later. At this point, the goblins will be going first, and this one runs back to the lantern, seemingly not noticing you guys, and is going to spend his turn throwing the lantern that way, back at them. And just kind of and like throwing it, seemingly from what you can gather, calling him a goddamn idiot or something.
He's doing tight.
And then you see a second one run over, grabbing it and throwing it back. And then a third one comes piling out, and a fourth one goes running down this way. With that, you hear a loud again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then see here, something's going to happen. We're gonna find out what.
how do you guys have these little dots you can move?
That's just showing the mouse cursor to everyone else.
Ooh,
Everybody has one.
Fascinating. Okay.
All right. And you just start hearing this bickering, and then you hear, and something comes smashing down onto the ground just beyond the range of the lantern. And it is now your guys' turn.
All right.
Unless you state otherwise, Cassie will be getting pulled at the hand by Bex.
I'm fine with that. Strieg, you got a shot on either of those 3 goblins in the light with your crossbows?
Looks like I could probably get that one right by the lantern.
Right by the lantern?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna see if I can pick off goblin number 2. The one close, this guy kind of right over here. Bloop, that guy.
All right.
Is there cover in the game? So like, because I'm behind, say, this tree or whatever, I get
I think there's like
reduced range
+2 to AC
damage
off
or-
that.
Okay.
I think so. That sounds right.
From where I am, would I need to move a little bit over to the right?
Yeah, either to the right or to the down.
Okay.
But there is definitely something, like, you guys can definitely hear something bigger that is currently smashing up a goblin. So.
Fuck that goblin. Pardon my French.
Fuck that French goblin.
As they say in Artiviste. Rohan, what do you got?
I have a staff I can use if I am next to people. Other than that, I have very little at the moment because I used my one spell slot to... This is not me. I'm not saying all of this part. Just to be clear, this is me talking to you guys.
You used your one spell slot for the day.
Yes. That was short-sighted. Well, I do have... I can do possibly a little bit of distraction. Not much. Because it very specifically says that it cannot significantly distract or deceive others. But I am happy to run at somebody and hit them with the staff, although that seems like maybe it should be not the first thing that happens.
Yeah, I think definitely something that should happen towards the end of it.
As of now, they don't know you're here. You guys don't have to jump on them. They seemingly still have no idea you're here. It's up to you.
Can I...
That's why I want to take the shot now, because they don't know we're here.
So
But,
from where I am,
thing.
I can't see Strieg and Garrett, right?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Could I...
I'm throwing my voice at you in a whisper. We're right behind you.
25 feet away. Right behind you!
Of course, the goblins don't notice.
I'm trying to gauge like how stupid it would be to like draw one over towards me so I could attack it in melee range. I think maybe I will do that. I think it's worth a shot. Can I right here pretty lights like some, I don't know, like maybe like a little sound like something is scurrying around, something juicy and tasty, a little fox or whatever.
Okay.
And maybe
We're doing
do
that
some
right
kinda, like,
here?
Yes, right there.
All right. All right. Are you moving?
No.
All right, that's your turn.
I'm going to stay here. I would like to hopefully draw something towards me.
For the sake of ease, Bex is having Cassie hide behind a tree because she's got
Good
light.
idea.
And Bex will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As she moves up, you can see her, and she just kind of like gives you like eyes and just like points at you and just points at them, and then like she's got on something, but she's not armed to the teeth, and she's just got a short sword, but she seems ready to go.
Right.
Right.
I nod back at her, point at Strieg and the goblin by the lamp, and point at myself and one of the two goblins over by the wagons. Just kind of let her know that that's kind of what we're planning on hitting.
Gives a thumbs up.
Do you want to take the shot first, Strieg, or do you want me to take the first shot? Like, I'm assuming we're all whispering this right now.
Over the course of like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I'll take the first shot.
All right.
Exciting.
Can I do a ranged execution attack on Goblin 3?
On Goblin 3. All right.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, you don't have to do anything. You will, Garrett, you watch as Shrieg carefully, with the crossbow, points and just, like, almost gets lost focusing for a second on it. And, like, takes to a knee. Perfect sniper form. And, this goblin needs to make a physical save. And it dies.
Ooh.
A perfect shot directly through the neck.
Whoa. That was Goblin 3?
That was Goblin 3.
Wow.
And dead.
Looks like Shriek knows how to fight after all.
All right. I guess, are you going to move at all, or is that it for your turn there?
Do I have movement?
Yeah, you can move 30 feet, so 6 squares.
Alright. I'm going here.
All right. You take the shot and move to a new position. Garrett, that leaves you.
I'm going to move to where Streak was first. Can I break up my movement?
Yeah.
Or is that okay? So I'm gonna move to here. I'm gonna aim for Goblin 4.
All right, to Goblin 4.
And are they still unaware of us technically at this point?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You do not have a line of sight on it.
I do not have a line of sight.
There is a tree in between you and it.
Ah, crap. All right. If I move here.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So that was 1, 2, 3,
4. Yeah, you're fine.
Squares.
Yeah.
All right. So I can still move 2 more squares later. And I will take a execution shot on Goblin 4.
All right. Give me a shoot dexterity check.
Okay. I would like to point out that because I have Deadeye, I get to add my shoot level to my weapon's damage roll if needed.
Yep.
Shoot dex, and I have a shoot of 1. Roll.
Yeah. I believe you only need like a 6 to hit. That's easy. Now it needs to make a physical save. If it fails, it's dead. No rolls needed. You and just perfect shot right into the heart, and it falls to the ground dead from where it was bickering.
I know we're here now.
That's 2 down, and I will 1. Can I move diagonally? Does that count as yours?
Yeah, diagonal's still fine.
All right. So I'll move back kind of behind the tree to give myself a bit of cover.
All right, and with that is now the goblin's turn again. So as 2 of them, this one just kind of like stares for a second and like moves over, slaps this other one, and then just like starts shaking it and like looks scared and just like huddles over it now, like shaking, trying to get it to wake up.
Goblin, you asshole.
The last thing Goblin 3 saw was like some rustling of food over here that got shot through the neck. And this one's like, it's like trying to slap him awake, and it's just like trying to shake it awake. That's its turn.
And then I'm assuming Goblin 1 is getting beat to shit by Yellow Team.
So you then see a Goblin 3, 4, sans an arm and a lot of blood gushing behind it. Like, it's just gushing blood from its missing right arm, running, and just like, it like slaps Goblin 2 here and just and like starts running, like trying to like, and then it like stops here and just like turns back to it, as you can see, like just in the edge, like calling for it to follow. That's their turn.
I gotta ask, did you are you actually speaking a goblin language, or are you just making up noises?
Goblins don't have a perceivable language, but they do have the ability to communicate. It's incredibly rudimentary, their language.
Okay.
Think like Neanderthal-like. There's no ability to speak it, though there's probably magic that could let you comprehend the understanding of it.
Well, I just knowing the amount of prep you put into it, I wasn't sure if you were just making random noises with your mouth, or if you were actually saying.
Yeah, no, I don't do conlang. That's a step too far for me.
All right. So I guess it's yellow team's turn.
It is yellow team's turn. As you see, this giant decaying troll leaking black oil from both its eye sockets and its wounds around its body. As it comes forward and just grabs at this goblin that's been trying to like shake itself back, crying over the death of its friend. It is going to proceed to try and take a bite out of this goblin. And as it this goblin's just like trying to this thing and like snatches it up with both arms and just like bites this goblin in half, tearing its legs from its body, chewing on the body as it does. As its turn ends, the body goes flying about that far.
So is like one of them still alive now?
Yeah, one of them is alive and running. You kind of lost sight of it back here. It was running, and you could see it leaving a very large blood trail.
Does the troll know that we're here?
You can't tell.
Okay. How can I check to see if I have a line of sight?
I just kind of like draw a ruler, hold if you hold control and then left click and drag.
Okay.
Yeah, you have line of sight from there.
Okay. Cool. Is the troll doing anything else, or is that the end of its turn?
It bit that goblin in half and it's done.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that it's paying more attention to the goblins than me, and I'm gonna try to go for a sneak execution attack again on the troll. Might as well. If not, if that isn't a possibility, I'll just take a regular shot at it. Unless you think the best idea would be to run away from the troll, but I don't think that's necessarily keeping in line with what our contract is. And yeah,
that is up to you guys.
Are the wagons like they're obviously covered wagons? Are they like covered all the way around, or like if I was behind one, would the decaying troll be able to? If I was behind like this one, the one that's closest to me, would the troll be able to see me like through it? Like, is there like a doorway?
Probably not. It's covered most of the way through. Like the entryway's in the back, presumably.
Okay.
No, you can't say for sure because you can't see it in the darkness. Hey.
Yeah. I think we should kill it. I would like to. Actually, what is the range on my like daggers? Like, if I want to throw it, I can't find it.
There definitely is one. Let me double check. If you wanted to throw your dagger, the range is 30 feet.
Okay.
60, but you would take a -2 or 4. I don't remember which to the attack.
Okay. I would like to. I'm gonna do some risky shit. Because why not? I figure there will be an arrow coming its way soon anyway. I would like to move to like here and then throw a dagger at it, which I don't know how
You're
to do.
You're doing that first before anything else?
Well, the way you asked that makes me feel like I should be doing something
I'm
else,
just asking for how you guys are preparing everything.
Yeah, I'm going to go before them, I think,
okay.
Because I'm going to hide after this, and then I'm hoping that the arrows that come its way will distract it enough anyway. I'm going to throw a dagger from here. How do I do that?
You'll just roll a dagger attack. So, like, hover over your dagger. There's a little button on the left where it'll show, like, a dice.
Okay.
I just want to click that. Streak, as you and Garrett are watching, you and Garrett and Bex are all watching this troll tear apart this goblin, Rowan makes his move, drawing a dagger from his clothing and charging into the light.
Found it.
As he does, and it goes flying and
Okay.
misses
fair
the
enough.
mark.
And then I'm gonna try to sneak back over here and hide.
Definitely saw you.
Sure. I figured. That's it, right? I can't do anything else.
Nope.
So I'm done.
Yep.
Right. That's
Streak,
fine.
Garrett, Bex gives this. Oh, fuck. Let's how am I going in?
I was sick of being useless.
We're yeah, I guess Vex is gonna have to go in at some point. But if the troll is aware of Rohan, does that mean that the troll is aware of all of us, and therefore the execution attacks do not work, or is it only aware of?
It seems to only be noticing him.
Okay.
You could try an execution attack. It's going to be very difficult to do.
Because it's aware of him.
It's emitting this black oil that is kind of like almost like turning into like shadowy mist from all of its wounds, and now it is moving.
Okay.
So I would say you can attempt one at like a -4 for that and a -6.
Versus a regular attack would just be, if I was still going for just a ranged attack, that would just be a regular attack.
Yeah, ranged attack would be a regular attack.
Okay, I'll just take a regular range shot at it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Bam.
You and loose it, and somewhere in that gooey black mist and muck, it finds its mark.
And I would like to point out that due to Deadeye, that is a 7 for damage, because it's a 1d8 plus 1 for the dex, plus 1 from Deadeye.
Let me see why that's not automatically calculating. I thought I fixed that. Oh, there it is. Skill damage. There we go. All right. And just in case you were confused, for Rowan's dagger throw, range attacks don't get shock damage. So if you throw it, you don't get the shock. You only get the shock in melee.
Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, so you... And it finds its mark, and it just has this... And it is staring directly in your direction.
I flip at the bird and move to here. That's 6 spots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 spots.
Yep. Wildly enough, as you're kind of like looking around the tree, it is still looking at you.
I'm sure it's still looking at me because it just saw me sprint across
In the darkness.
a gap between trees.
In the
Dark
darkness.
vision. Yeah.
It's a troll.
All right,
Trolls are special.
Streak, what are you doing?
I'm gonna like poke my head around this tree, and I'm gonna go for the execution attack.
Okay. At a -6?
Yes.
All right, and it has to make a save.
Ooh,
Ooh, it makes it.
merp.
And can I get an explainer on what exactly the execution attacks are? I feel like I'm.
So an
Totally
execution
understand.
attack is an attempt to essentially assassinate something. You, at ranged, you roll a shoot. In melee, you just say, I'm going to make an execution attack. Then the thing that is the recipient of the execution attack makes a physical save. If they succeed, they take as much damage as possible from the attack. So like as if all dice were maxed and everything. If they fail, they automatically die.
Gotcha. Okay, got it. I feel like I missed that. Sorry. Okay, cool.
No, it's fine. You missed the I'm a ranged executor meeting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Instead, you
So
had
does
the I
that-
need to find out this NPC's in love with a PC an hour into the campaign.
Yeah. Exactly.
Does that roll take into account my sniper's eye?
That's what I'm looking at right now. No, it doesn't. Okay, it's dead.
Fuck yes!
Jesus Christ!
Yes.
As it stares at you, like, Garrett, you, like, lock eyes with this thing in the darkness. It's fucking horrifying. It's giving off this mist. It, like, almost, like, gives you a headache to look at. And it's just like, oh, it doesn't feel right, and there's this awful smell, and it's got, like, blood gushing out of its mouth from this goblin that it just bit in half. And it just... right, like, as it's, like, roaring, just right up through the throat and into the skull, and it just... and falls straight forward.
Damn.
I just slide back behind the tree.
This is so funny compared to, like, the conversations we were having, like, about who is going to be helpful in a fight. And I'm just like, I can handle myself. And then I, like, run out, throw a dagger, miss, and hide behind the wagon. And Krieg is like, these crossbows are for decoration. And, like, murks, like, 3 different, like, goblins. It's so funny.
I lock eyes with Strieg and give him a nod.
I do not meet his eyes.
Do you at least see me give you the nod?
I see it. I don't acknowledge it. I pretend I don't see it.
Wow.
Badass.
Oh, all right. With that,
Is there still this one goblin that's running away alive?
Bex is moving up. 6. She's got to just move again. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's good. And she just kind of like runs up to you. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
You seem a little.
There was...
I was a little worried.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm okay. I'm like, now I'm avoiding her eyes because I'm just like, man, I talked such a big game earlier and I was so useless here.
All right. So with that,
Did Cassie see any of this? by
no,
the
she's
way?
hiding behind a tree.
Okay, so
Is
we're
this goblin still
talking
alive?
up. Are we talking Strieg up to Cass or no?
No.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
No.
So with that, it is the goblin's turn. This goblin is missing an arm and just gushing blood and just begins running in the direction of all of this trash that they have seemingly been digging through. Are you guys going to be giving chase?
Does it look like it's going to continue past the trash, or is it
It's
stopping
running.
there?
It's running for its life.
I'm not.
Is it gonna go get friends, I guess is the question. But I think we should let it go. It seems...
I mean, who even knows if it's going to
Honor.
live long enough to get to friends with the way
Yeah.
it's probably losing blood?
Yeah. We're here for the wagon, we're here for the money. Let's just do that and go.
Yeah, basically that's kind of where I'm at with it too. We succeeded at that. We don't need to murk any more goblins.
In that case, as the goblin's turn is over, it is now Yellow Team's turn. As you see all of that kind of oil and dark mist just begin seeping out of this troll, and you see this strange being of darkness
Oh, Jesus.
that kind of seeps out of it as the troll begins decaying very quickly. Like, before your eyes, you just immediately smell the corpse-like decay of it. Just awful. And you see this thing just quickly form into this strange humanoid shape with long, sinewy arms and no real anything except limbs of black and darkness and shadow. And it immediately just slinks back into the darkness.
Don't love that.
Yeah.
Having fought previously, would Garrett and Bex have recognized the smoke and shit coming out of the troll as evidence of there being an Umbra Eye?
Yeah, I would say in this scenario, yeah, that is something that definitely could, like, once you, like, saw, like, how it was going, yeah, there was definitely that sense of, oh, fuck, it's an Umbral thing.
Yeah, okay. So, I definitely wanted to have put it down anyways. Is it likely to come back, or is it also running away?
That is a toss-up. You would imagine how things are going, like, it's probably... If it's running, it's either alone or something, so... As it stands, you can assume safety, but probably stay on guard.
Okay.
I would like to go pick up my my dagger that I threw.
All right.
I don't know where that is, but...
Go and pick up your dagger somewhere near
Over
the
here, I guess.
awful smell of a decaying troll corpse.
Yeah.
It is genuinely the worst smelling thing you could ever imagine.
Oof. I'm gonna pretty like myself a nice smell as I walk near it.
I look over at Bex and I'm like, our fee just doubled.
Can I grab this lantern also?
Yeah, no problem. So you guys grab a second lantern.
Yeah.
You can now see that most of the stuff looks like it has been picked through by goblins. And there is a string of shit going off to the right, further east. The direction that the goblin ran.
Well, first of all, I think we should probably have Cassie come back over with everybody else rather than leaving her alone.
Yeah.
Does someone want to call for her to join us? Is she going to be freaked out by the dead goblins?
I'm gonna make eyes
Probably.
at Streak and be like, Streak, does somebody want to call for her?
Yeah, why don't you?
Fine. I'm gonna go grab her. I'm just gonna go get
You
her.
head over and get her, and she just... Is everything okay? I heard something big. Are we, did Streak die?
No, Streak is okay. Streak was our hero. Streak saved everybody.
And
Why don't you
immediately
come
she like runs as you say that. It just like charges towards him. And just like, I thought I was gonna lose you. I thought that was it. I thought we would never have a chance to do anything. And we were never gonna make it to the city. And, thank all the gods you're okay.
I just blink at her.
I rummage through Goblin 3, seeing if they have anything on them.
Is
That
there
would be, like,
anything
related-
particular you're looking for, or...
Anything that they would have taken from the camp, anything shiny.
They have a belt, and in it they have a, like, there's this, like, large sack that, like, only hangs about 3 inches from the ground from its belt, and inside of it is a bunch of ball bearings and a couple of these, like, buckles, and then some leather straps and some torn off bits of cloth and a what looks like a steak knife or something, like a fairly small serrated knife.
Well, I gather it up and kind of toss it into one of the wagons, I guess. The guy wants his shit, right?
Guy wants a shit.
He, it's not up to us to organize it. It's just us to get it back to him.
Are we
As you
going to
kind of-
trace down this path of stuff heading off to the east?
If I go alongside the wagons, can I, like, see where the issue is?
Yeah, no problem. You can see that, for the heftier wagon, which would be the southern one here, the back axle is broken.
Like snapped in half, fractured.
Yeah, it looks like it was like, well, you know what? Give me a, anybody know anything about carpentry?
I
assume that's
don't, but I probably know a little something about fixing wagons from previous trips.
I would take an int craft check.
Would I know stuff from my manual laborer days?
I will take an int craft check.
Okay, great.
Can I also try from my background? Oh, no, Rohan's got this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
Thank
like...
God.
So it looks like it was fractured and they reinforced it in the shittiest way possible, which is they had some leather cording on, like, a 2x4 and just kind of tied it as tightly as they could. And then the 2x4 kind of, like, it looks like they hit a bump or something and it just kind of hit it up and snapped it hard across the middle of the axle.
Yeah.
So it needs something reinforcing
it.
it.
Side?
What?
Oh, they didn't even like 2x4 on one side, 2x4 on the other. Just one 2x4.
Yeah.
Ugh. Amateurs.
Yeah, and it just looks like it needs, like, if you could probably, like, kind of do what they did, and if you babied it back, it would probably make it. Which wouldn't take more than, you know, you have enough people, it probably wouldn't take more than a little while, you know, 10 minutes or so, and you'd be able to get back. As for getting all their shit back, well, there's a trail leading deeper into the forest.
It's getting darker.
Yeah, the last vestiges of the sun are just about gone.
Are we going to get paid if we don't get all their stuff?
The big thing, I think, is to get the wagon. Most of the stuff is in the wagon or next to the wagon, correct?
The wagon is about the top wagon looks like it was mostly with cloth and most of that's strewn about. The other wagon that was busted, about half the stuff is either strewn about or missing.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this decision up to you.
You guys saw the Umbra that came out of that troll. I don't want to tackle more than we have to without a larger group of fighters. We did well on our own here with this little group, but we had the drop on them for the goblins and the troll. We managed to get the drop on that, but I wouldn't want to stay out here much longer than we have to.
Yeah, I could use some sleep also. I'm sure I would be more useful in the morning.
I think
You say it like
A lot of-
7:30 p.m.
there's a good chance that the trail of crap will still be there come the morrow, so we could continue to get
the
their
wagons back for now, and then
get the wagons back for now, gather up whatever's here.
yeah, that seems reasonable to me.
He just paid us for the wagon.
Good
Yeah.
point.
He didn't pay us for shit.
That's true. Maybe we can get more money from him.
Right, we offer to get the stuff and bring it back.
Yeah. Cool. I guess can we go ahead and redo this MacGyver axle fixing situation, and then just throw all the stuff that's like directly around the wagons into it?
All right.
And we have Cass hold the light, but never quite in the right spot, so that we're constantly yelling at her to move the light.
I have a lantern too now,
Oh.
so yay. Or I guess I could just hang it back on the wagon, so we are at least safe on that front.
Oh,
Cass can just be her own light beacon for herself.
No, she's a light beacon for
Okay.
Streak.
Of course.
So,
Of course.
over the course of the next 15 minutes, because Rowan, you had a hell of a roll on that Inkcraft.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you have a really good idea of how to fix it, so it's going to be easier to fix.
Yeah.
It's another case of someone's going to be leading, everyone else will be assisting. Who is going to lead the repairs here?
I think that would be me, I guess.
All right.
Do you have? Yeah, you have at least some skill in craft. No. You at least have a skill in int. You've got some int. I don't have any.
Yeah.
All right. So it is going to be Rowan then who leads it. Everyone else in that case, not Cassie, she is not going to be helping, but Strieg,
Yeah, I
Garrett
guess, does
and
anybody
Bex,
have
if
like a
need be.
craft thing?
Mhm.
Does anybody have skills in craft or whatever? Just in case, because I definitely don't. I'm just.
I use my heal skill.
to heal the wagon.
Heal the wagon.
You're shit out of luck on that one.
Oh, come on, it's still an int.
Okay, I guess if nobody else has it, then yeah, I'll do it based on my
All right.
lucky roll earlier.
All right. In that
That I can
case,
be useful.
Strieg and Garrett, please give me dexterity craft.
Dexcraft, okay.
Actually, I would also allow strength craft if you prefer.
No, definitely dex.
Well, Strieg's not doing too great at this. All right, Garrett with the good assist. All right, Rowan, give me a dex craft with a +1.
Dex craft with a +1. Okay.
Which cancels out the -1 from the.
Yeah. Did I do this right?
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Oh wait, I rolled intelligence craft.
Yeah. Oh, you rolled intelligence. It's okay. You were just assisting. So as long as anytime there's an assist, everyone like rolls the skill, and if anyone gets an 8, it means that the main person doing it gets a +1.
Gotcha. Okay.
You can't stack them, so you can't have 4 people roll assist and get +4.
Damn.
But that's still a failure because it's below a 6.
Which is, yeah, 6 and 8 are the most common DCs for these things. Rowan, you are trying all you can. You have 2 lights in each direction, and after 10, 15 minutes, like, it just won't hold steady. Like, you're trying to use the same thing and just, like, retie this kind of leather cording just to reinforce it just enough, but, like, maybe it's just like the stress of combat, but like you're starting to sweat. Every 30 seconds you're like wiping sweat off your face. You're literally like a mechanic, like laying on your back trying to do this while they're holding it in place. And like something or other's gotta give. Like Bex is there like holding the wheel up, trying to keep it even and steady. Like anything that can be done here, and you're having all of these issues, and it just, you're like, okay, I think I got it, and it immediately just like slips out. Oh, shit, I'm on the other side tight enough, and it's one thing after another, and then you guys start you just like you hear Cassie screaming and just
Oh no.
after maybe 15 minutes of this.
Do we see what she's screaming at?
The one-armed goblin has come back and is like crawling with its one arm, like trying to get to you, like like holding its other arm, like pulling towards you and like trying to like hold on where its arm is missing.
Can I attempt to heal the goblin?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah. Do we know anything about how like intelligent or not intelligent goblins are?
It's pretty
I know they're
common
not-
that they're, you know, Neanderthalic. They don't have a proper language, but they understand how to use tools.
Okay, like do we think they would recognize the concept of allyship?
Oh yeah, they definitely understand that.
Okay.
Like that is genuinely like that's why they understand the concept of like danger versus not danger, which is why they generally like they're not going to attack people, but they're scavengers. So
Okay, cool.
Do they have a broken understanding of like common? Me saying hold still, I'm gonna heal you or bandage you up or something.
something like that. Like they understand, like, you know, most of them wouldn't unless they're around humans, but like they'd understand like the idea, like the body language behind it.
All right. I rip off some cloth from the crap on the ground and
Do a tourniquet.
Go over to do like a tourniquet or something on the goblin.
All right. Give me an int heal.
While this is happening, can I look behind it to see if there is anything? I'll like grab one of the lanterns and just like take a step maybe next to it or a step behind it just to like see if there's something that it's running from.
Give me a wisdom notice. See what you can see or hear.
Oh, actually, is there any smoke and shit coming off that goblin?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna like, aha, it was actually evil. Like I would tell you if it was. I'm not gonna bamboozle you. Rowan, you do not see anything from behind it. Like it looks like it just like couldn't make it, collapsed, and then like thought that its best chance of survival was to come back here.
Okay. Okay.
So I rolled an 8 on that heal.
It seems like you've stabilized the bleeding, and it just kind of and like it through either the pain or the ordeal itself, it is seemingly passed out as you are stabilizing it.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we still haven't fixed this wagon. Guess, what do we...
I tie the goblin to the axle. No, I'm kidding.
I literally was thinking, like, could we take one of these dead goblins, like, rib cages or something to, like...
Jesus
or, like,
Christ.
a spine.
I'm sure Cass would love watching her road companion bone and de-spine a goblin to repair the
Look, I'm
axle.
flustered, okay?
I also-
I threw my dagger at
All
nothing.
her
Then
future
I-
boyfriend stands and just stares nonplussed.
Look,
I also
first
love that
threw
you
my
went
dagger at nothing,
spine,
then
like-
failed completely to fix this thing, which was the one thing I was gonna be helpful at. I've just been useless here. I'm just trying to think outside the box. How can I make myself useful?
Well, spines are they're very well known to be to not bend at all.
I mean, I don't know what goblin anatomy is. Maybe they don't bend.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I bend over, my spine bends. Just saying.
Mine doesn't, but I think that's just a flexibility issue.
Or maybe I just have scoliosis.
Anyway, so all that said, Rowan, you are confident you can get it. It's gonna take some time. You don't know how long. It's up to you guys to decide if you want to keep working on it or not.
I'm gonna keep working on it.
Yeah,
I feel like at
fuck
this
it, we're
point
already
I'm
out here.
committed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
We gotta get
cost
this thing done.
fallacy.
Well, I think at this point it's like I have to save face here. Like, if I go back, I don't get the money. So, like, what point is there in going back? Like,
Yeah.
I would rather take my chances with whatever bullshit is out here.
I mean, hey, worst case scenario, we take the other wagon and we just make our own way. Just disappear into the
Yeah.
sunset. Actually, no, that's not something my character would recommend, so...
That's just something
Yeah,
you'd
okay.
recommend.
Right, that's what I would recommend. That's not what my character would recommend.
Yeah. Let's pretend I said that. Rohan said that instead, but no. In
So-
this situation, Rohan is just like,
I'll help
Alright,
with
I get
the, with it, but I ask Bex to keep an eye open as it starts to get darker.
She does
Would I
so.
have learned any crafting in my past?
I mean, I'm sure technically you have.
yeah, do you want to take a shot at it or something? I don't know. Like, I guess how long do we think this is going to take?
At this point, because you had such a bad failure, you're not
Yeah.
sure. Like, it's just a matter of like you cannot estimate. It might take. You might be able to have it done in 10 minutes. It might take a couple of hours.
Okay. Is there any chance that, like, because, like, we're in the forest, is there any chance I could find something that is sturdier to, like, replace the axle instead?
You could go do that. Yeah.
I mean, I got the hand axe. We can chop down a tree.
I thought you were gonna say use the hand axe handle.
I was thinking about using the
No.
staff also, but I feel like I don't want to get
Staff
rid
will
of my
probably be
one
long
weapon.
enough to do it.
That's what she said.
Um,
I'm sorry if that's
Sacrifice
inappropriate.
the
I'm gonna go look first. I'm gonna go see if I can find something in at least like the near woods, or whatever.
I hand you my
Let's
hand
be one.
axe.
See if you can
Yeah,
find like a nice
I'll
straight like branch or something you can chop off.
Yeah.
All right.
Sapling.
In that case, Rowan, give me a intelligence notice as you go off hunting.
Okay.
Can I
This
go
is
with
all-
him as like lookout?
Sure.
Please.
Rowan's
Christ.
no good, very bad day.
Intelligence notice is like my sweet spot. Like there is nothing I am better at than this. So this is bad.
It's a rough day for Rowan. Like it's just
Yeah, no
been
kidding.
so
He's
bad.
just-
I think your mic might have died, Dave.
Sorry,
Yeah.
he's just. I walked away. I went to the fridge. Bluetooth.
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying?
He's just disheartened by everything that's happened since
I feel
we
that.
encountered the goblins.
Yeah. Cassie used to be in love with me, and now she's in love with Streak. No, I'm kidding.
Streak's over here like, you can take her back.
All right.
I don't want her.
All right. Having found nothing, I'm gonna come back and use my staff.
All right. At this point, I'm going to take one more int craft. You are guaranteed to succeed, but the lower you roll, the longer it's going to take.
Can we assist?
At
Or
this
is it
point,
just
you guys
on
already
real hunt?
are. It's just not getting a +1 because it has been rough. Like, it's been a rough
Okay.
night. You guys are going into it. So,
You said Intcraft, right?
yeah.
All right.
Another half hour goes by. You're trying, but like it's so awkward doing this in the fucking forest. You're laying in like grass and dirt, and every once in a while like the grass is like stabbing you. You're wiping bugs off of you. A beetle like crawls up onto like your cheek. You're like, oh, like it's just everything awful that you could deal with. You just fuck off type of thing. And you're just trying to focus. You keep having to wipe the sweat off your brow, and with Bex and Streeg keeping lookout, and Cassie sometimes keeping lookout, and at this point, like, everyone's just kind of doing shifts. You eventually do get it back together. Time has lost all meaning at this point.
I also feel a little bad for the person that the ringmaster had wait out there. Well, I guess we're having a worse night than him, so that's fine.
You eventually get it. You like tighten it. You guys kind of like move forward. You shake it like from the front a little bit, and it seems sturdy. If a large bump, like a significant speed bump, would be enough to probably dislodge this again. But as of now, it seems okay.
Yeah.
All right. We I tie another strip of cloth, or I rip another strip of cloth off and tie the goblin's two legs together and chuck him in the back of one of the wagons. We've got
Okay.
some questions for him.
Interesting. All right.
Because, you know, there's,
Answer questions?
he'll figure it out.
Cool. I think we toss everything in that we can, and that's like directly around us, and then head back.
All right.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so after a horrible couple of hours heading down here, fighting these things, dealing with all of this shit and trying to fix this, you begin heading back. How are you pulling the wagons?
With the invisible magical horses, of course. I guess I grab a handle and.
I have 7 strength, so I can, but...
Oh, I've got 8 strength, buddy. I ain't too far ahead of you here.
Alright, then I will also grab a handle.
Yep, I'm also grabbing a handle.
Wow, the 3-handled wagon.
Well, there's 2 wagons.
Yeah. God, Bex is easily the strongest of all of you. It's really funny.
Please tell me she's only got like 9 strength.
I think she has 11.
Okay.
All right, so who is pulling which wagon?
I think I'm on the one that I've been
This one is where all the heavy shit is. This one was like pulling cloth and stuff.
I will pull the one with my goblin friend, which is all the cloth and stuff. I think we should have the strongest of us help with the strongest wagon.
Yeah,
I think that'll be Bex and me on the heavy wagon. Then.
So I'll be on the cloth one.
All right. Bex and Streak. I cannot wait until like 10 sessions from now when you guys like buy horses and name them Bex and Streak.
No, we wouldn't do that. We'd call them Brieg.
Strex and
Brieg and Strex.
Yes. Brieg and Strex.
Oh.
And we paint Strex green.
Lee, write this down in your notes, please. We will refer back to it later.
And we put little, kind of mushroom ears on them.
All right. So, with that, you guys, Bex and Streak, you guys immediately like notice this thing feels super light. Like it doesn't feel like you're really pulling anything at all.
Oh.
And Bex kind of whispers to you, I don't know what this is, but let's not say anything and just pretend.
I just shrug and keep pulling.
Where is Cassie? Is she riding in the thing?
She's standing next to Streak.
Okay.
Oh. And she just, that was so brave of you. You saved that you guys saved that horrifying monstrosity after it nearly killed us and the other ones, and you killed that giant thing, and what happened?
It was Garrett. It was Garrett.
She kind of like looks at him and just kind of like shakes her head and like, that's nice, but you. And she just kind of like puts an arm around you. I can help. I can help pull. That's something I can do, right?
I duck under her arm and start pulling faster.
The wagon starts spinning in circles.
Yeah, it is surprisingly light. It doesn't feel like it's more than maybe 40 or 50 pounds.
Like, it's surprisingly light because there's a lot of stuff missing, or like it's even lighter than...
It's lighter than even the wagon should be.
Huh.
Magic.
I don't know how light a wagon should be.
Good point.
I love that, like, Streak doesn't believe in magic, and that's his thing. It's just like everybody's like, wow, this must be magic. This is lighter than a wagon should be. And it's like, I don't know. Maybe this is what wagons are like.
Just a really light wagon.
Yeah.
Isn't it what wagons are normally like?
Meanwhile, that leaves Garrett, Rowan, and Garrett, Rowan to pull the other one.
Yep.
And our little goblin friend, if he ever comes to, in the wagon.
With his fucking one arm and being nearly dead.
Yes.
Make him help.
Does this wagon also feel lighter than it should?
It does not.
Oh no.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
All right. So, with that,
flip-flop. All right. In all honesty, if we had done this the other way around, would their wagon still be lighter?
why would
They haven't told us that it's not light, or that it is light, so we can't.
Right, we don't know that it's light, but like we know that it's light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the meta narrative is that you know it's light.
Yeah.
Right.
You
you guys find out.
Poking it with the wagon. We are just cruising with this wagon.
With that, to see how long it's going to take you guys to get back, I need strength, or I need con exert checks from Rowan and Garrett.
Oh, motherfuck.
Shit. Oh my god. No fucking way.
Oh no, it was a natural one. There was 2 natural ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
There was 2 natural ones.
That's insane. Oh my god.
God.
So we're rolling into town sometime next week at this rate, right?
So you guys are you look over and Streak and Bex have it pretty easy because like there's that crossbar that they can push with. You guys have to lift and pull. And it's a lot harder compared to them. They're pretty much having a breeze, and you guys are like, Rowan, you're fucking back, like, laying on your back for so long, working on that. Like, every, 2 minutes, like, your back is just like, you have to just stop and, straighten your back so it, cracks again. It's awful. Because, you can't lift it straight up. You have to, be at, an angle to pull it, and it's just the worst feeling. And Garrett, every time you do it, because, you also have to be bent at the same angle as Rowan, and so, you guys have this kind of mutually assured destruction where every couple of minutes, one of you, just, your back just seizes up and you need to wait a minute.
I look over at Rowan and I shake my head. I'm too fucking old for this shit, man.
Yeah. I like you. I like, what do you call it? Glamour myself back into looking older. And I'm like, yeah, man, me too.
You watch in real time as his hair grows gray and shit.
I just shake my head and pick the wagon up and keep moving.
And
I think halfway we must ask, right? Streak, Bex, you guys are clearly stronger than us. Do you want to try this one? Do you want to give this a try?
Oh fuck no! No, we can't do that.
Why?
Rowan's asking.
Fallacy. Sunk cost fallacy. We made our decision. Well, I made our decision.
Well, I at least
I
want
can't
to I at least do want to see if.
All right, we can ask. We can ask.
Yeah.
Bex just
You're
looks
asking. I'm not asking.
Sure, I'm asking.
Bex just looks to you, Streak.
I shrug and do the switch.
Cool.
Oh.
Now can we know if is it light on our side too?
As you guys swap, this thing's not more than 30 or 40 pounds. What the fuck? Why is it so light?
Okay, this at least makes me feel better that they were having such an easier time of it than us.
Genuinely, it's like if you went to go push a car and you expect a car to weigh a ton, but instead you shove the car over a sidewalk with no problems.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have an easier time of it now?
Oh yeah, you guys don't have to roll anything. Now I need for the second half I'm going to need con exert from Bex and Strieg.
Can
I got
Bex
Bex,
roll
yeah.
for herself? Okay.
Much better.
Nobody wants to pull a fucking wagon.
And I mean, technically, Streak got a success if it was a level 6 DC.
do you
Just saying.
think pulling a wagon meant to be pulled by a horse is a 6 DC?
I think it could be.
As you guys switch on the side of the road for a moment, it goes better, but it is a long journey back. It's late, it's fucking 9, 10 o'clock at night. It's late when you get back.
Yeah.
And meandering your way back into the long and arduous turns, up that last hill to Lesce, you make your way. Once you are there, it is... You get to, like, just enough that you would be considered in the town, and Bex just gives you... Lieutenant, I'm not pulling this fucking wagon another inch ever again.
Yep. We can swap and wrap it up for the last bit, or just abandon it
I think
here.
this is as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Understood.
Sorry, the heavy breathing made me a little lightheaded.
What's the name of the pub again?
The Jolly Cattail.
The Jolly Cattail. All right, I'm gonna take my first note of the campaign, and actually write that down.
Something about a cat with a tail and a...
And then also Moonflower Society. All right, I guess we head back to the Jolly Cattail. Try to track down these dudes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You would note there was no one waiting for you at the edge of town.
Yeah, I mean, he did say probably like a couple of hours, so I'm assuming we overstayed our welcome on that one, at least.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's it. Yeah, I guess if we head back to the Jolly Cattail, can we, do we see the ringmaster there?
You do. He is sitting,
Is
just kind
the
of...
door even unlocked at this point?
Yeah, it's an inn, so it's got a 24-hour door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah, there's one person behind the bar who just kind of like... They seem tired, but they just kind of give you a nod, and meanwhile the ringleader, the ringmaster, if you will, is sitting in a corner. He has a very nice like black cane with a ruby jewel atop it that he's kind of like leaning his arm on while his legs are crossed, and he just, oh yes, welcome back. He like waves you over.
I think anticipating that that maybe the skeleton stuff will still freak out Cassie. I'm like, Cassie, I think you may need to go settle your tab at the bar here. We some people may have gone a little crazy.
She heads over to the bar and just sits down and starts talking.
Great. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go sit down with the ringmaster.
I will sit with the ringmaster as well.
I'm gonna sit at a nearby table, but not near enough that I'm like with them.
Bex is probably near you, Strieg. Given you guys had some quality time pulling wagons together.
Yeah.
We're both like comparing calluses on our palms.
I see, that's why most of the time I end up, I wear gloves when I'm doing anything. Nice thick leather ones, but no, we got into all this at random today. No warning, no nothing.
Yeah, but if you just do it a lot, they get really thick, and then you look really cool.
She just narrows her eyes and then just, like, shakes her head in disappointment. You're an interesting one, Mr. Strieg. You ever think about joining the brigade?
The what?
The Darid Brigade.
The what?
The Army of Eindarid.
Oh.
What?
No, I don't fight. I don't do that. No.
Bullshit, you don't fight. I saw you with 2 perfect shots.
Oh. No.
Those were perfectly aimed. That was trained. I saw the way that you marked yourself there. Perfectly steady.
I just got lucky. These are decorative. These are decorative. Yeah.
Tell that to the lieutenant. damn better shot than I think he'd ever have been.
Yeah, I
Especially
guess
now.
he wasn't very lucky.
He's rusty, too. I'll tell you that. The old man certainly doesn't keep up. She gives a little half smile at that.
And I think Street just gets... I just get up and walk over to the bar where Cassie is.
You would note Cassie has fallen asleep at the bar.
Oh, okay. Voluntarily choosing Cassie over Bex.
All right. I guess can we lean on the ringmaster here?
Yeah.
He just... So, things were a little topsy-turvy then. I won't take it with how late, and at this point, like, he, like, motions, like, out a window with how late the hour is, using his cane, of course, to see you here so late.
I look him dead in the eye, and I say one word. Umbrae.
Perish the thought. Always the greatest worry. You made it back. You have my things. The wagons, all the stuff on them.
Well, the wagons are definitely here. And most of the stuff.
Oh, Rohan, don't forget to take your staff off the wagon.
Oh, thank you.
The skeletal eye sockets narrow as you say most of the stuff.
We brought back the wagons as you requested.
Oh, I also wanted the things that were on them and such.
I look at him again and I say, Umbrae.
Yes. I do apologize for that.
Understandably, it is
a known entity, if you will.
It is out of your control. However, when we got there, there were some goblins looting around through your stuff.
At this point, like, his eyes kind of, like, narrow, and then he kind of, like, furrows his knot brow of his skeleton face.
We managed to eliminate the goblins, except for one. And we were set upon by a troll that, after we resolved that situation, not so much turned into as had an Umbrae crawl out of it.
Perish everything about that. It's just...
Now, we took a look at the wagons after things seemed to be calmed down and noticed a trail leading off. However, due to the time, we decided it was best to return with what was available versus wandering off into the woods in the dark with known Umbrae in the area.
He gives a nod. Yes, but think of the opportunity to learn and experience.
You're welcome to
join us if you like.
I am no fighter myself. I am no fighter.
Set out tomorrow.
Oh, you were going back to get the rest of it.
Yes. If you remember, I said there was one goblin that got away.
It is very...
It didn't. It's in the back of your wagon.
He, like, if he had a monocle, it would, like, pop off right now. He just... Why is there a goblin in the back of my wagon, then? It's certainly a stranger thing that I've heard of all my days.
Because I have some questions for it.
You intend to question the goblin?
The polite way of putting it.
Well, don't hurt it, I'm sure it was just interested in our things, and there are no more deserving of death than a starving orphan.
It won't be tortured.
Would you attack an orphan for requesting food? Then please do not do much the same to this poor.
We're not going to torture it. We're going to coerce it to show us where it took your shit.
That sounds perfectly acceptable then.
Your items. Hopefully without any further bloodshed.
He claps his gloved hands together, and that sounds very appropriate. That sounds like something that could very well be dealt with, and I look forward to seeing how that goes. And he just kind of like leans in with a smile.
We do have to discuss payment for said services tomorrow, of course.
Yes, as it is a entirely additional service. We'll also need to be discussing hazard pay.
Hazard pay. Oh, I feel like I offered quite a lot already. I mean, multiple gold pieces. To recover a wagon, not but maybe an hour and a half's travel outside of town. At the request of post-haste seemed already very reasonable, but he kind of thinks for a second.
Well, we're very happy to take the money you've promised us and leave the rest of the goods out where they are. But, you know, we have completed the work you've asked for the money that you offered. And for additional work, we will want additional money.
Right.
Seems fair to me.
He considers for a second. Allow me to see what has already been lost, what these goblins have already looted, and I will see how much I could afford out of the coffers. The society does not, though we are not hurting for coin. We are not in the realm of wanting to pay for. I do not wish to use the word extortion, but the realm of paying additional for services that have not yet been completely rendered, but depending on what is gone, it may be of more convenience for me to just pay the additional fee. And allow me to, you wish to go back in the morning, allow me to take stock of the inventory and see what I need and whether or not I can pay you more to go back. Is that acceptable?
You know where to find us.
Indeed, it's been a long night. I think it's time for bed.
Agreed.
Of course, and he once again takes his hat off and gives like a little bow while still sitting down. And this time, as he does, he like puts it on the table and he like puts his hand in it and produces 2 roses and quickly like tosses them in the air where they harmlessly kind of float towards Strieg and Cassie. For you two, my apologies for putting you on edge tonight. That was never my intention at all.
Strieg has fallen asleep next to Cassie. They're both just passed out.
Aww.
And they each have a nice... One has a white rose, one has a black rose. Just laying next to them.
I look over at Rohan, and I think they're bonding.
I think so too. How lovely.
Oh, then and he quickly puts his trained, with the trained dexterity of a ringmaster who has spent his life working with the society, puts his hat back on, stands up with a flourish, and with a still spotless suit and perfectly clean boots, slowly walks his way out, still using that rubied cane. And
do we want to push him for the money that he promised us first? Or are we going to take him at his word that tomorrow we will discuss the remainder of the payment?
It's late.
All right. Okay.
I don't want to fucking deal with this shit.
Yeah, agreed.
He's not going anywhere. Especially if you take your cane, especially if you take your staff off the axle.
Good point. I'm gonna go do that. I'll follow him back to the wagon, I guess, since that's where he's going, and I'll grab my staff.
All right. So you spend a few minutes undoing all the leather cording, which was it wasn't lasting much longer. It's a damn good thing they were so close, because no amount of repairs was getting that too far without, like, you know, a smith to actually fix things.
Yeah.
To reinforce it, but oh boy.
Yeah.
Any worse and you have a second repair on the road.
I'm gonna grab that, and then I'm gonna go pass out in the bed.
As you're kind of heading off, he like sticks his head. He sticks his head out of the wagon, and just kind of gives you a look. Is something the matter? Is there something you need help with, or were you just grabbing your belongings or your staff that you used to repair them?
Just grabbing the staff. I'm sure that you'll be able to help us more tomorrow.
Of course. I am in the hopes of it. It is looking likely that I am going to need you to go back, and well, I would rather give the additional payment to you lot, who have already proven yourselves reliable. And it's around now you notice he is currently holding his skull head with his hand around the wagon and not actually leaning over.
Huh.
He's sticking his head around the corner. Oh god.
I think I like pause for a moment at this, just like, that's a new one, and then I go, sounds good, and I just walk off. I don't even wait for a response or anything. Just
It's a good thing Streeg's not there for that.
yeah.
Tell Streeg that's a mask.
Yeah. I like to imagine that in his nightmares at the bar, this is exactly what Streeg is seeing.
Streeg wakes up suddenly with a gasp and doesn't know why.
I look over at Streeg from the table there. Do you have rooms for tonight?
Streeg's passed out, right?
No, Streeg
I think
just
he
woke
just
up with a
woke up.
gasp.
I just woke up because I sensed the skeleton. No. No.
Talk with, oh god, we only have the one bed and Bex is already on that.
I'm not there, so I can't say anything, but
I'll be
I know
fine.
somebody who
Cassie
might be
is
able to offer him a bed. Yeah, exactly.
I'll be fine.
Let's get Cass to her room and we'll see about getting you somewhere to sleep.
I can figure it out.
I'm sure you can, but alright. Yeah. I'm half asleep on my feet as it is.
So, you guys help Cass to bed. She, once she's up, she just...
Do we know which room is hers? Did she tell us?
No.
I assume I come back around this point anyway, and it's next to my room, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming I would know, I guess.
Yeah. And, as you guys are kind of helping her, she's... I was having the nicest dream.
Were you now?
Yeah. She kind of, like, looks around and, like... Just kind of, like, she, like... puts her like head on your shoulder, Garrett, and she just, thank you so much, Papa.
Aww.
I nod and say goodnight.
She falls into the bed and passes out.
How old is this girl? Does anyone know?
What?
Just like, how old is this girl? Does anyone know? Because
She's like 20.
okay, there's no way she's my son. Whew, okay.
How old are you?
38. There was a village
possible.
girl, but like before my wife, but like that wasn't long ago enough for that.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
So,
You know
with
how
that,
it is when you're in a small village. Anyways, back to the room. I assume Bex has already made her way there and passed out.
she has taken the bed tonight.
Oh, of course, as expected. I fall asleep on the bedroll with my dagger tucked up under the pillow, hand on it.
All right. So, as you guys head to bed, it crosses well beyond midnight, and the night gives way to a long and tiring morning. The exhaustions of an unexpected detour into the umbral countryside at the behest of a strange ringleader's request, with a very hyperactive, strange girl with a lot of weird eccentricities about her, bringing you all together, but the hopes that maybe speedy travel is on the horizon. It is here, as the sun rises on a new day in Lesce, that we will go ahead and end this, the maiden voyage of the Shadow of the Black Sun.
Applause.
That was chaotic as hell.
Snaps are all around.
Did
I
we
don't-
I gotta say, Krieg, that shot on that troll. Whew.
Oh, just you fucking wait.
Oh man.
I'm gonna remember those double natural ones to pull the wagon forever.
God.
Oh, if you think we're gonna let you
was-
forget them?
Ron's
was-
gonna have permanent back issues from that.
Oh,
It was
God.
so funny.
Never thought I'd want to actually get back to Arvishte.
Oh. I don't know
But no,
how I
so-
was expecting this first session to go, but let me tell you, didn't think
This
it was
was
gonna
not
be
it.
like that.
Little side anecdote. So you know how we got stuck with that wagon for basically fixing it for forever?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me in real life, except not with a wagon.
Oh.
Thank you for the clarification.
My best friend's sister bought a playscape for her kids. And this is like, you know, playscape of all playscapes. It's got monkey bars, swings, a slide,
Oh,
climbing
God.
net,
Oh,
rock
God.
wall. Like, it's all this one big thing, right? It says it takes 6 hours to put together.
I already know
We
the end of this
started-
story.
We started at 10 a.m. We finished at 3 a.m.
Oh my God.
Oof, Jesus Christ.
You got the Rowan back problems experience.
This was my best friend, their girlfriend, myself, my best friend's sister, and was our friend there? Was another friend there helping or not? I don't remember. But it got to like where it was midnight, and we're looking at each other, and we're like, we gotta finish this thing. You know, it's like we couldn't not finish it at that point. So it
Yeah,
was.
I think at a certain point it becomes like, if we don't do it today, we're not going to do it.
It's
like
sunk cost fallacy.
at this point, this
Right.
point we've spent like 14 hours on this. Like, are we going to want to come back and do this again tomorrow? Like, I doubt it.
Right.
If you get it done now,
exactly.
you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And I was having flashbacks to that with the wagon there.
Yeah. No, that was hellish. That was some of the worst wacky first session hijinks as far as rolls go I have ever seen.
I feel like I really underestimated how important it would be to not have used my one spell slot
Honestly,
well before we
like,
ever got into combat. I mean, like, it seems obvious, obviously, but like, I was really just like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, I'll figure something out.
We're just hanging out in town. We're finding a new caravan, and
Yeah,
we'll be. We have to fight a troll.
yeah, zany meet cute
Now,
hijink. Like, I love
technically
it.
speaking, you guys could have just hid there and let the troll deal with it all and then leave.
Yeah.
I mean, we also could have just booked it back to town when Cassie came running out, and we would have been like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, a lot of things could have happened that ended this differently.
True, but I can't
But,
not
you know.
shoot goblins.
But you could. You could
It also
not
just
shoot
seems like an
goblins.
asshole move to be like, the call to adventure. I'm gonna hang up. Like, you know, like,
Oh. Also, it was decent. It was pretty fucking good money for minor to moderate risk.
yeah,
Oh
exactly.
yeah. Like,
But no,
I mean,
oh god,
we totally like tried to shake him.
Oh, you totally tried to shake him
did.
down. He was like, I want my
Yeah.
stuff back. You're like, well, technically you wanted the wagons back. He's like, we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh god, there is...
We actually did. We succeeded in shaking him down.
Relatively. At this point, he's only paid you 25%, and he could be gone in the morning.
With a wagon axle that's broken? I think not.
And without his stuff.
I'm just saying, you haven't successfully shaken him down yet.
We'll see.
You've just theoretically shaken him down.
I'm not even convinced it's a wagon, so I wouldn't put too much weight
It's
into.
a spaceship.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it weighs less than a wagon should. Is like, okay, well, this could be anything then.
Yeah, it was
Hey,
more like pulling a giant wheelbarrow.
We're worried about the
Krieg,
wagon.
how did that other wagon feel?
You know, it was a little heavy. Not too bad.
Yeah, Streak was the one person who didn't really have problems.
Yeah,
I guess
Streak
technically
just
speaking, neither
freaked
did
out.
Cassie.
Right.
I do appreciate that now, like, fucking Bex and Cassie are in the party folder after one session.
absolutely. I mean, Bex for sure. Bex is the only competent person on the team, really.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, Bex was gonna be there,
whoa.
like...
Only
was gonna be
competent
there.
person. I think we all
I said
have
what
our
I said.
competencies. We all have our
Well,
competencies.
Speak for
So,
yourself.
Debatable.
all that said, fun first session of Worlds Without Number campaign. I hope you guys enjoyed it all.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Very fun.
This gave a pretty good, like, I feel like I did a decent job of trying to, like mission statement the campaign, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Some serious shit underscored by the most inane manic pixie dream girl you've ever met.
I don't know if that's how I describe her. Well, I guess if you're talking about Streak as the Manny Pixie Dream Girl, then yes.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, the funny is,
Cassie
I
is
had to
very
put
much
fucking.
the person who falls in love with the Manic Pixie Dream Girl.
I had to put fucking unarmed attack on Cassie's sheet just in case she got in a fight.
I love that. I feel like literally like 10 minutes before the session started, I was like, I'm definitely talking to Cassie. And then she was like 1/6 of the campaign already.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
tends to happen.
I don't
Yeah.
know how character planning went with the rest of y'all, but I have basically an entire cast of characters that have showed up in my history.
Mm-hmm.
That's generally how it goes.
I
I
don't
don't know
know
about a cast of characters, but I do have a full-ass novel.
Fun.
Yeah, I
Exciting.
have a pretty good sized novel as well, but I mean, like, just the dramatis persona. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people.
Wow.
Not counting my direct family.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think I have like 4 or 5, not counting my family, maybe.
It's also a matter of the context of the backstory differences here.
True.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there's
exactly.
a reason that there are so many deep NPCs for Garrett.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mostly because he's an old man.
Yeah.
I also love how Bex is like the same age as him and calls him an old man. Because, like, you know, he's graying, she's got like a fucking mane of red hair.
Yeah.
In genetics, man.
This is correct.
Love it.
Oh, but yeah, no, this was fun. This was fucking great. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think it could have went much better. Like, it was chaotic in all the right ways. You couldn't fix a wagon at all.
I'm glad we didn't let you down.
Oh yeah, that was my entire prep was based around you guys failing to fix a wagon.
Out of curiosity, is this hold on a second here. Because I don't think we actually did that. Is this kind of Bex right here? The Disney Brave?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Where?
I actually really want to see all of the like close-ups of all of the character images because I don't think I could do that in Foundry. Like I can only see little thumbnails or whatever.
I'll get them for you guys.
Yeah, that'd be cool. No rush.
Yeah, that is that's Shadow of the Black Sun session 1 in the books. Bing bam boozle done. Same time next week the party continues.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Yay.
Oh boy, maybe next week you get on the road. Who knows?
On the road again.
Mayhaps.
Garrett literally can't wait to get on the road again.
Yes. Can I also say thank you for saying mayhaps right now, Lee? Like, I'm the only person who says that I know of, so I'm glad I'm not the only one
Oh,
who
I
actually
love
says that.
mayhaps.
It's perfect. I said that at work one time, and everyone just stared at me like I had 3 lobster heads.
Oh, here we go.
Here's your full character images.
Love
Okay.
it.
So there's Bex, Cassie, Rohan, and Strieg.
Damn, Garrett, you are grizzled.
Honestly,
Lesce is
totally
pretty.
wasn't going for like the Geralt vibes, but the picture just kind of works, and that looks kind of sort of like Geralt, but that wasn't actually
Geralt,
the
except
intent.
you know, with a more even beard, less scars, and normal colored hair.
Yeah.
And you don't just go up and go, "Damn, you're ugly."
Wind toweling.
There it is. Oh.
Streak and Cassie
Alternatively,
make a cute couple.
Alternatively, it's also not. Must have been the wind.
Oh. God.
Lee, just so you know,
Somebody
this is
steal your
my
sweet
like.
roll.
I have mentally rewritten my whole like character motivation to be getting you and Cassie together. Just so you know. So.
Oh, God damn it.
You guys are like,
That
all of this
is
life
not
and
gonna
death
go well
stuff.
for you.
Rowan's like, must ship children.
Absolutely.
Which is really funny because I think they're all. I think everyone's about the same age. Well, oh my god, It's a mom and dad and their kids.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the party right now.
Absolutely.
Cool mom, gruff dad, and the fucking cool mom, gruff dad. Their 2 sons and the girl who always hangs around.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, Cassie has a very strong youngest child energy.
Oh my God, she does.
She moved out of her house, like moved in here, even though they're just friends.
Yeah.
God.
I love it.
I don't know. I'm ready for next week to hit already. Like,
Yeah.
I got stuff I gotta do. Like, there were some recording issues I gotta hammer out, and there's a lot of stuff in Foundry I have to fix. But like, I'm ready for next week to hit.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Next week we'll probably run longer. This was just a really, really good stopping point for the first session and everything, and it gives me some more time to organize some stuff. I was go for like 6 hours before the session started. So
Yeah, I noticed like like halfway through that I paused a lot when I was talking as Garrett. That was not intentional. And it may or may not
it's kind of
continue.
good. It like makes him think. It makes it seem like he's thinking through his words.
Well, that's exactly what was happening. I was thinking through what I was trying to say, so it's like, yeah, he would be a deliberate kind of word guy.
When you're on the road and you talk to people. Also, the high concept description for Garrett, I didn't use veteran. I used seasoned.
Yes.
Like salt.
Yes, exactly.
He is
Been
salty.
there. He's done that. He's eaten the sea salt and vinegar chips.
God, I don't know. I wish there was more. I regret ending it, but it was just such a good narrative time.
Right.
Next week, we got through like that was like 8 hours in game. It took us 3.5, 4 hours in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm mostly excited because now I'll have a spell slot again, and I'll know not to lose.
Yay.
I mean, there's nothing wrong. Like, I don't think there was a spell there that was fixing things.
No, I would have at least been able to do stuff to the goblins, probably. I could have grabbed the decaying troll and been like, all right, you're on our team now. Go kill all these people and then leave.
Oh, the thing that targets a visible living creature?
Yeah. So, I didn't think about that.
I mean, it's not unliving. It's decay. I mean, well, I guess it was technically unliving, but like we didn't know that. It could have just been kind of rotty. You know, as they say, grody.
Oh, I hate it when you like go to the store and like the guy in line behind you at the checkout is just kind of rotting.
I know.
Take a shower, dude.
Exactly.
Hey,
it's like your arm just fell off. Like, come on, that's not sanitary.
Kind of
There's
cringe,
food
bro.
around. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why I think at some point, like, I think like Garrett was like, it's getting late or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I'm sure I will be more useful tomorrow. And you were like, it's like 9:30. I'm like, I want my spell slot.
Yeah, I know. It was a really good joke.
Yeah, I know. I love that.
Oh, also for your sheet, so you'll see on spells it says like slots 1 of 1. Think of it more like it's saying slots spent because it counts up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
But anyway, yeah. So that's that. That's a session. That's the campaign. Good wrap. See you for the next one. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know.